right, guys. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. And we're back, people. We're back. Podcast number, was it 14?
It's up there. It's at least 14.
Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, everybody cares.
I think Mickey's a little nervous because of his red face over there.
Yes.
What's going on?
If anybody's watching right now, this is Going Dutch Radio Network. We go live every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central. And to the left of me is Blue. How's it going, Blue?
Pretty good. Can you hear me?
I can keep on talking. Keep on going.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right, you hear me now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, next to him, the guy in the red shirt and the extreme red face is Mickey. How's it going, Mickey?
Good. Got a little sun today. A little burnt.
Yeah, sure.
We'll make it. We'll make it.
A little is an understatement. And to the right of me, or to the camera's left, is Candy. How's it going, Candy?
Candy's doing good today. I'm feeling all right. I got a nap today. I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to talk about Mickey's red shirt and his tomato face.
He got a fucking nap.
God, extreme.
He's on the defensive already.
Yep.
No,
It
it's
happens,
okay.
it happens.
It took 5 seconds.
He's got to boost that ego.
Okay,
5
real
seconds.
It
quick.
was 10 seconds.
We plan on doing this. Let's talk about it. Before we get to our topics, Blue, how's your week been, and what's the good and the bad that's happened this week?
This week?
Yes.
Wow. Quite a bit, actually. I was almost run over by a car the other day.
Okay.
Yeah. I was crossing the street. I live in a residential neighborhood. And I parked my car, going to my house that I live at, and suddenly there's this car that just speeds down.
Whoa.
It's going extremely fast.
How fast?
How fast was it going?
Jesus. I don't even know. I'd clock it at least, 15, 20 miles an hour.
Wow,
That's
that is
quick.
fast.
I mean,
That's speed.
it was coming up on me pretty fast.
in
That's
a
incredible.
residential neighborhood, absolutely.
So I'm like, and then,
Did you shit your pants?
No,
That's good.
no, I didn't, because that would be more weight to carry.
So all the rabbits and squirrels are just like running for their lives because this vehicle's
Yeah.
going so quick. Gotcha.
Luckily, I was able to dodge the car that was coming down the street. So
Well,
I'm good.
That's good,
I'm
Blue. That's Blue's recap of the week since
It's an unbelievable story.
the last Saturday's podcast. How about you, Mickey? How was your week? What happened?
Oh,
Other than you got a ton of fucking sun.
I did get a ton of sun today. Lots and lots of sun. Yeah, it's a very boring week actually. Just some work. Watch some World Cup again.
Yeah.
How many times did you masturbate this week?
Belgium won today, so let's hear it for Belgium.
Way to go, Belgium.
Good job.
How about Switzerland?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your team, Switzerland. Yeah.
How many times did you masturbate?
I can't even count.
I think
Too many to count.
I think I did about 6 this week.
That's good.
Wow, really?
6, yeah.
Is that your average or?
Well, I mean, he said that he was masturbating about 2 times a day.
This
I
is
don't
true.
know.
So you're behind.
Yeah.
You need to catch up. Is that gonna happen tonight?
whenever I'm done masturbating, I'm like,
Is that the face you make?
Yeah.
Your poor girl.
yeah.
All right. Last but not least, Candy, how's your week going?
Oh, Candy's great. I played some poker.
Hey, can you tell us? So, Candy, he's a avid poker player like myself and a lot of other people. He went to a casino.
I'm not going to name the casino.
And he stayed the night there at their
What?
establishment at the hotel. It was this past Wednesday. Can you tell us about the experience, if you don't mind?
I can tell you about the experience without mentioning the actual casino because it's still under investigation by a lot of top-notch people, I'm sure.
You are high priority.
Check-in
Top-notch.
was 4 o'clock,
VIP.
but when we got there, we were expected to wait 2 hours, and basically they said housekeeping will be cleaning till 6. I said, well, can they clean our room right now because we, would like to get up there and get our day going, and they said no. They have to go in order. So I called corporate and I said it was really rude. No apologies, no nothing. But that's the way certain casinos can be.
Translation, he masturbated with his finger up his ass.
Actually, I threw up from a slice of pizza, dipshit.
Are you being serious?
I am being serious. Right when
Wow.
you text me to say, hey, are you up? Are you winning? And I said, no, I'm down $79.
And I'm puking my ass off.
My stomach was upset, and I went and forced myself to throw up.
Nice.
I threw up. I laid on the couch, and I went,
Wait, whoa. So you forced yourself to throw up. I'm thinking you stuck your finger up your ass so you could take a shit.
no.
And that made him puke?
No, nothing like
No,
that.
I actually
The smell after he smelled
I
it.
actually took a bath before that in their big bathtub.
Yeah.
And I think
Was
maybe
it a
that
sauna?
No.
No.
It was a big bathroom,
Yeah, okay.
but I think that made me dehydrated even more. I took some stomach medication.
Jesus
It
Christ.
didn't help. I threw it up, but when I threw up, I felt a little better.
Did you sue for like food poisoning?
No,
should've.
You should. That could have been included in your.
You know what,
your
Mickey?
corporate
Well, no,
call.
here's the thing. He can't. Okay, he's going to complain about the hotel,
You
not
should
being able
wipe
to
your
check in
pussy.
on time. Then he's going to complain that he's puking his ass off the pizza. He's going to be like, all right, this guy's definitely he
No.
has something against us. He's got one on us.
You know what it is? I don't like olive pizza, and I had an olive pizza.
You don't like olives.
No.
It's my black olives are my
Nah, I'm
favorite.
a
We're not
fan
gonna
of
order
olives.
those
I don't
tonight.
like
Why do
olives.
they have to be black?
All right, here we go. All right, guys, this
Jeez.
is Going Dutch Radio Network. You can watch us live every single Saturday night, 8 p.m. Central. Thank you for joining us, guys. We are officially on iTunes. That's right. Apple devices, you have an iPhone, go on iTunes. Go on that app.
Everyone
Look us
has an
up,
iPhone.
Going Dutch Radio Network, and please subscribe and watch us. It's fucking awesome. We're even live right now on iTunes, if I'm not mistaken.
That's
so
scary.
it is awesome.
Mike, I think
it's
Wow.
official.
Mickey, I think you should be drinking water instead of beer.
I
All
think
right,
I
guys.
should be too. There's no
So
bottle
on that note, what topics are we going to do tonight, guys? Who wants to list them? It's
I
in,
will.
It's in the yellow.
I will.
Well, suddenly we got
So,
baptism going wrong.
Candy got excited
I
about
can't-
the first one here, so they got prioritized.
Right.
No,
Pri-
no, no,
prioritize.
no,
Yeah,
no.
even though
I just wanna
even
know-
though he wasn't here on Wednesday, by the way.
Hey,
Right.
I've been
Wow.
here every Wednesday. I'm
Very
not demanding
so
that
have
it's
I.
only an hour.
So have I.
Okay.
Wow.
Now let me tell
Special
the
privilege
topics.
here.
Quiet.
I'm not ready for this.
All right.
Baptism gone wrong. I want to know everyone's opinion on this and what they would do if this was their child. Second topic is taxation.
Without representation.
That's right. Third topic is immigration. And if we have time, we will get to a fourth topic. Does America love war?
Wow,
And
you guys really took the best topic and kind of put it down in the basement. That's really smart.
We can
You're the one that put it in order, Blue. What are you talking about?
we could talk about whatever you want,
Baptism gone wrong is number one. Wow.
No,
it
it's
doesn't
somehow,
have to be.
It is. The reason why I want to talk about it
Unbelievable.
is because it's the most recent, thing that has happened.
It's,
It's
so
like-
recent. I know
it's
nothing
like
of it.
it's like 2
This
days
is gonna be
old.
the first thing
I
I
think.
know about this.
Well, your eyes
I'm
are going to
excited
drop.
about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Your
excited.
eyes
Even
are-
further than they are right now.
Your eyes are going to turn red, a lot redder than they are right now. I can
I'm,
guarantee
Okay,
that.
I'm hoping so. I'm
Play
I'm ready
this
to be
unbelievable
shocked.
video. I can't wait to see it.
Okay, so here's the quick little synopsis about this.
Wow.
Okay, so this is a priest that is doing a baptism to this baby, and it gets a little extreme. It gets a little hectic. So
I'm seeing
we
an ad
d-
right now.
Oh well, we're gonna play this, guys, and let's get a good look at it, and let's
Parental guidance is suggested.
let's commentate and see what the fuck happened.
C'est un cactus, ça s'appelle un cactus. Je vais faire couler de l'eau sur le
This is a baptism, people.
et après, on va embrasser le bonhomme parce que il sera devenu un petit chrétien. Oh là 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 là. Je crierai plus fort que toi.
Oh my God. Guys, we're watching a baptism gone wrong. Oh my God. There's the father, like, what the fuck? Jesus.
I'd say
What
let
are these
go of my
parents
kid.
doing?
Nothing.
I know that's the kind of a problem.
Yeah, that is definitely a problem. What the fuck? Okay, let's do a quick synopsis on that one. So the priest, what? What the hell happened?
Okay, I was
Uh,
wrong. I mean,
He left
He
his
was sexually frustrated. He hasn't had sex with a little boy recently, so he took it out on that poor little baby.
You know what? I think you might be right. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Well, let's just talk about what's in the video, Mickey. He smacked
Such
the baby.
animosity. I don't know.
I don't
where
know.
It comes from.
There is a
It's
lot.
just- It's hate.
It's
Hate.
not Mickey.
of
There's
hate.
no hate over here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. We're live every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Plug. Candy has something against Mickey. There is always a lot of animosity. I don't know if it's a red versus white thing.
Could be.
It's his eyes.
It is his eyes, apparently.
His eyes are sexy.
it's an alpha male thing.
Obviously, I don't know what the fuck's
Totally
going on.
alpha.
I
All
wish
right,
I had
guys.
his eyes. I might take him later.
But last but not least, what is the first real topic that we want to talk about of the night?
Taxation.
All right, taxation. All right, this one I really am going to enjoy talking about. Taxation. First, are we paying too much taxes?
Yes. For certain things.
What do you mean?
Expand on that, please.
Yes.
Why don't you expand on it?
Well, I didn't answer. I didn't say anything, so I have nothing to expand on as of yet.
expand.
Are citizens being taxed too much
Expand.
by the government, whether that's salaries, whether that's your income tax or your
Well, okay,
taxes
yeah.
in general?
You know, when you get a bonus from your work, okay, for example, let's say it's $600, you really only see like what, maybe $320 of it. That actually happened to me. That is a hell of a lot of taxes.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Big tax.
that's a number one example. Two is when you go to the grocery store and you got to pay taxes on the groceries you just bought. You wind up paying what, $11 more, depending on how much you spend.
And that's a state tax.
Yeah. So we get charged a lot of fucking taxes. I mean, what do you want me to say?
So do you think that we should be paying any taxes, or
Well, yeah, you have to pay taxes for roads and stuff. That's how you get good roads to be repaired and everything like that.
So what's happening here? What's going on in the state of Missouri? Because our roads are shit.
they are
well,
shit,
in my subdivision, I know that when the flood happened,
right?
obviously they got a lot of money, but they had to spend it within that area. They redid our entire subdivision. Now they're doing the Riverside Golf Course street behind my house.
Wow, you're really kind of detailing where you live. I like it. I like it a lot.
So was that like an HOA association, homeowners association kind of tax setup
What
sort
was
of
it?
thing?
And I said,
Or was it a county sort of setup?
first of all, there's no detail, okay, on where I live. I said they're redoing Riverside Golf Course that just so happens to be right by my house.
Right.
I never said where.
Okay, how about you, Blue?
I live in the river.
Blue, what do you think about taxes? Are we paying too much for taxes or not enough?
So we started the Revolutionary War because I think we're getting taxed like 2 or 3%, something like that. It was a very small amount that England was taxing us, and we went to war with another country over it. And now we're getting taxed. I mean, God knows how much. It depends on where you fall in the the socio-economic ladder, but
Right.
we're getting taxed way too much. And all the government does is they take the money and they pretty much pocket it. They pocket it or they give it to their buddies who own businesses, just like we're talking about with the roads. Like we'll just make it simple. We'll talk about statewide. They'll tax. Why is there music playing right now?
It's the background music.
It's really weird.
Keep it going.
Jesus Christ. Go Blue.
Anyway,
Got fans out there, asshole.
Jesus. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make
Uh-huh.
is that we're getting taxed way too much, and the tax money is not used for the citizens who are actually paying the taxes. It is not. At all.
So okay, so we're
And we
paying too
know
much.
this,
We're,
and we fucking know this.
so we're paying for too much for taxes, you think, and not only that, you think that the taxes aren't going to the right.
no, well, no, because just like
How much taxes did IKEA get just for coming here? How much of a tax break? I don't know what it is.
Probably
but
a
I mean,
lot.
it's a shit ton.
I thought they didn't have to even really pay any taxes, like
Tons
as
of
far as
taxes.
Well,
Well,
I
personal
don't think
property.
they pay
or
any, but
stuff.
I think on top of it, we give them a kickback annually
Like here's some money on
Yeah.
top of that.
for just opening up an IKEA in
That's
St. Louis.
fucking
Yeah, and you're
insane.
running a marathon every time you want to try to buy something.
well, just
in
like
IKEA.
with Amazon, they every state wanted to give Amazon just nothing. I mean, every state wanted to get Amazon
Right.
to put their headquarters here,
Right.
And they were gonna serve it on a silver plate. They did not care. They just wanted to get Amazon there, and
Where did Amazon actually wind up going?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, they're starting to pop up everywhere. That's the problem.
No,
is
the
that-
headquarters.
The headquarters
I assume
that
they're going to go to
talking about.
California or something like that. I don't even know why Missouri
I don't know where they
or
wanna be.
St. Louis was considered, a
Well, it
competitor.
would bring a lot of good jobs and everything like that.
Right.
And it's a
still
huge
not worth
company.
It is. It is a.
It
Well,
would be.
now-
It would be good for St.
Well,
Louis.
now they're actually getting taxed now
Missouri.
because the Supreme Court just passed a law that said that a lot of the purchases you do online from like Amazon are going to get taxed now.
Well, right, and that's the thing.
Which
so
is a good
Amazon
thing.
would
So
always
fuck them.
purposely put their headquarters or their address in a random state, like the middle of nowhere, like Montana, where there's nobody that lives in this like specific like part of the county. It can't be so many people, and the problem is that they're running out of places to do that. So if they can find another place, then it's still tax free.
they were finding the city that would kiss their ass the best.
the most exactly.
Pretty
Well,
much is what it
for
was.
example, I've been an Amazon Prime member for a long time, and for the longest time, I was not taxed on everything that I bought online.
Now you're going to be.
No, now I am,
Yeah.
Right.
and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
That's a good question.
Because the government wants more of a cut.
exactly.
Of
They
course
need
they
more of a
fucking
cut.
do. It's ridiculous.
So I do believe there should be some taxes. I don't know necessarily for what, but for something as simple as that.
No,
why?
I think that we're taxed so much that
Tax your ass.
I mean, something needs to happen. Something needs to happen because every time that I hear about people who are screaming about low taxes, they
Right.
always kind of are, targeted. They're like, well, they're crazy. They're anarchists. They don't want to, actually have
Anarchists, come
have,
on.
have some sort of no. They really are. There's a lot of people who
Anarchy.
I know Rand Paul and Ron Paul were both against, raising taxes. They want to pretty much like reduce it to nothing, zilch.
How are we
They
going to
wanna
fund
have-
that magnificent military of ours then?
Exactly.
Well, they kind of want to privatize everything. So
I don't know.
Alright.
Here's the thing.
What do you think, CJ?
I personally think that we are paying too much for taxes. I mean, as far as the income tax, the sales tax, there's an excise tax. There is a ton of taxes out there. Actually, I got a few things that I really want to talk about. And it's pretty fucking interesting. Let me get to my notes that I jotted down because I came prepared, people. We came
Attaboy.
prepared. And while I'm looking this up on my phone because I got to look up what I'm going to talk about, please, if you have
A phone?
a phone, please call us. Don't make it awkward. Actually, I forgot to even fucking plug it in here. Please call us 636-926-6945. That's right, folks. 636-926-6945. That's all you got to do. And then you can talk to us live on
Yes.
the show.
No matter what country you're from.
Yes. Yes, no matter what country you're from. Actually, Mickey, what's your thoughts on taxation before we get to me? Because I got to look something up.
I think personally taxation is a good thing,
Yes.
but with limits. And I know I always say this, but there need to be watchdogs on what the government is actually doing with the goddamn money. I don't mind paying my fair share.
Watch the language.
Sorry, I don't mind paying my fair share. I don't mind paying my fair share if it's to help out a needy family that's isn't making it, or
Right.
to help out and fixing the stupid roads or whatever.
Stupid roads.
Stupid roads.
they don't fix the roads,
Yeah, we don't fix the roads.
and they don't help out the families. by
No,
the way.
No,
you know, here's the
and
thing.
that's the
In
problem.
Missouri,
Which is
hold
a
on.
fucking
In
joke.
Missouri,
They do fix the roads.
I will, yes.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Cheaply, they
No,
fix the roads.
Okay, I'll agree with you on
Every
that one.
every year they're fixing the same road.
Okay, here's the thing.
All
Okay,
right, I'll agree with you on the
Hold on.
the
Every year.
blacktop.
they are always trying to fix the road because we have one of the worst we have the worst
Watch your
weather
language.
systems ever. Okay, think about it. It gets extremely hot,
Oh my
extremely cold.
God.
That's what
Are you
causes
kidding
potholes.
me?
Yes. No, I'm not fucking kidding you at all. That's what causes potholes.
I like to see what kind of potholes they have up in North Dakota or something like that. I guarantee they don't have them like we do down here.
So, to put in
It's the
perspective,
biggest-
in
it is
California,
you don't know that.
bullshit.
You've never been there.
In
Come on.
California-
well, you don't know it either.
No, I don't. I'm not the one speaking against it.
I've been
Well,
in North
I know you
Dakota.
like to pay taxes, so whatever.
I never
Real
said
quick.
I like to
Why don't
pay
you give me
taxes.
$10 or something?
That, I don't know what that
I mean,
was.
I don't know either.
seriously,
That got
like,
extreme, real quick.
That's kind of
I mean,
scary.
people
eh?
are,
I'm
Kind of
uh,
scared me a
afraid.
lot. I agree. What the fuck?
I'm like, I'm just so tired of this argument. Like, well, we need to have taxes, so for the infrastructure.
Okay.
The infrastructure's terrible, and we pay a lot of taxes. So we're gonna pay more taxes to get the same fucking result.
Okay.
I'm not saying
Oh,
more.
come
I'm just saying
on,
we need
Blue.
watchdogs on what
First
we're
off-
doing.
They have so much money,
Here's the thing.
so much money.
Depending
from us.
upon what state you live, or depending upon where you live in the United States, like for California example, they don't have to worry about the roads as much because it's the same climate every fucking day for the most part, and they don't have to worry about rain. They don't have to worry about it getting extremely cold. That's what makes potholes. That's what makes the roads really shitty.
Well, they
Once
kind
it
of they
consistent-
have to pay for all the forest fires and all that shit.
Correct. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. But they also have
They
to
have
pay
very
out-
high taxes.
They
over
have
there.
much higher taxes. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's socialist.
But
even.
it's better in your eyes as well. Not the taxes, but the roads. So maybe we need
I've
higher
never been
taxes
to
for-
Well, what I
California.
understand-
I don't know.
So
I
what
can't
I-
drive out there because the highways are so shitty.
Oh my god.
Okay, so do you want to drive over potholes all the time, or do you want them to be fixed?
I am driving over potholes. That's the whole point.
Where?
Blue, what do
is
you
that-
want?
Where?
No, I'm saying on McKinsey, on Gravois, on all these roads that I drive on, there's potholes
Okay.
everywhere, and we pay taxes to fix them, and they don't fix them.
Do we get to hear your view, Mickey,
Every
about
fucking time.
taxation?
No, he's fine. I think, yeah, actually we did.
Okay.
So basically, I think we just need watchdogs watching over where the hell the money's actually going. I don't mind paying taxes. I don't think
What
most
watchdog?
people,
Okay.
Well-
Okay, that makes sense.
You have to pay taxes to get things fixed.
it needs,
But they're not
there needs more
fixed.
transparency. More transparency, I
I
think.
think
is
what you-
Hold on.
Let CJ speak.
Let me bring up a little bit about taxation. This is what I want to talk about. The federal tax code, which includes exceptions, exemptions, loopholes, and subsidies,
A lot of loopholes for the rich people.
was 400 pages long in 1913. how many pages of loopholes, exemptions in the tax code, book, so
I'd
to
say about
speak,
3,000 pages.
are there today? How many fucking pages? Now remember, there's 400 pages in 1913. How
100,000.
many are
100,000.
there today?
3,000.
100,000.
70,000 fucking pages.
70,000
Nice.
pages.
70,000 fucking pages of loopholes and this weird shit like, well, if your name's Bob, blah blah blah, then you don't have to pay taxes this year, because that's how
I was closest.
that's how these taxes and how these lobbyists and whatever, that's how they get tax breaks in the government. And that's why there's all this corruption. They hide them in these bills of the bill to try to pass legalized marijuana, and throughout the 5,000 pages of this bill trying to legalize marijuana, there'll be one little statement saying, "Oh, by the way, if your name's Bob, Bob Ross, you don't have to pay taxes this year." I mean, literally, that's how they hide these things in these bills for people, for special interest.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm serious.
It's corrupt.
It is corrupt. It's scary.
That's why whenever they cut taxes, I'm for it.
Yeah.
I
Why wouldn't you be? It would save you money.
Well, there's some people who want to use it for, this program or the roads or everything, but they fuck up. Just like Medicare and Social Security.
Right.
That is, I mean, as far as I know, it's insolvent.
Okay, how about this? Did you know
We
that
won't see any of that money.
the company General Electric, GE, made over $4 billion, $4 billion with a B, $4 billion last year.
Billion.
How much did they pay in taxes?
I'd say probably 2 million.
I'm going to say negative. I'm saying we gave them money.
Yeah, how much did they? I don't know. How much did they pay?
Exactly $0.00 in taxes.
$0.
GE, they're a $4 billion company. They made $4 billion last year, and they paid $0 in taxes. Maybe that's what's wrong
Yeah.
with the tax system.
Yeah,
I
I
would
would
say
say
so.
so.
Here's the thing, and Americans
Oh, come on.
use
Don't give me
Americans
that look.
use the progressive tax system. Progressive means if you make less, then you're going to pay less taxes. If you make more, you're going to pay more taxes. But with 70,000 pages of amendments to all these tax codes that there are today, obviously that's not true. GE just made $4 billion last year and not paying fucking shit.
And
What do you
they
guys
spoke-
think about that?
Yeah, it's corrupt. There are
Well-
there just like everything else in this country. There's some things that are corrupt, but it doesn't mean that we don't need things fixed through paying taxes.
Right. I think what do
What's
you guys?
the solution?
Well, that's exactly what I was about to ask. What is the fucking
Well,
solution?
I don't know what the solution
and
is.
correct me if I'm wrong here, Blue, but I think under Eisenhower, they actually had, for corporations,
Yeah.
a 90% tax rate, to where basically if you were not taking the money that you earned and reinvesting it back into your company, in terms of salaries, making things better, whatever, improving your company, blah, blah, blah,
Right.
then you were actually getting taxed 90% of your profit.
That is true.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much they're forcing businesses to take all their profits that they want to give bonuses out to instead, which they still do.
Yeah.
That's how bonuses work. All the profits that they made after paying for all the utility bills, all the bills and everything, the employees, they are forced to reinvest in the company
Correct.
because they want,
Correct.
they want the business to grow, unless they fucking put that money in Switzerland, okay,
Yeah.
and then hide it in a fucking bank, or give CEOs $40 million fucking bonuses. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Well,
What do you think about that, Blue?
Well, I'm just going to say that
With the blue striped shirt.
he's right about Eisenhower, and we've changed considerably since then. And I'm glad that
You've changed considerably.
fuck you.
No.
No, fuck you.
No, fuck you.
I don't
And fuck
thi-
you.
I don't think I will. You stink.
And fuck me. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is
Yeah.
that whatever you saw in the 1950s with Eisenhower does not exist now. The 50s are over. All right, the 60s happened. The counterculture happened. We have been fucked for so long on taxes. We've been to war for, and I know I'm getting off topic right now.
No,
but-
you're not. No, you're not.
But I mean, when we're talking about taxes, we've been getting screwed over. Franklin Roosevelt came up with Medicare. He came up with Social Security,
Right.
which was something you pay into from cradle to the grave, and it enabled you to have a decent retirement after you retired. Now
It's
it's
impossible.
insolvent.
Okay, like Social Security, for instance, right?
That money is not going to where it's supposed to go. It's not going to the government programs that we all like, that we all agree is fair. It's not fair anymore. It's not fair,
But
and
how
hasn't been
do-
fair for a
but
very
how-
long fucking
but,
time.
But how do
Alright.
you know this?
Because they say that it's insolvent. The Republicans and the Democrats both say that Social Security and Medicare, they're run out of money. They've been run out of money for a long time.
So if we make it to the
They're on-
60s,
they're
For
on
instance,
fumes right now.
Social Security right now, we right now.
We're paying.
Our paychecks.
We are all paying into it right now,
I mean,
and we won't see a dime of it.
Well, we're all
I
paying. We're all
guarantee
paying. You know, we're all roughly the same age-ish. Okay, yeah, I'm a little bit younger. He's a tiny bit older. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah, he's way
No.
older.
In our age, you know, we're younger. We're not, you know, we're not in our late 50s or 60s yet. At our age, the Social Security that we're paying for every
That we're
paycheck,
paying
or
for-
that's taken out of our paychecks,
There's nothing there.
are paying still for people that are about 75 years old.
Yeah.
So we're not even. You would think it would pay for like the last generation, like maybe my parents, you know, because that makes sense. First, okay, I'm going to pay for my parents' Social Security, and then whenever I get that old, my kids are going to pay for my Social Security. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But the problem is the baby boomers. There was way too much of an inflation of people being born, and it's not as much today. It really isn't. It hasn't inflated as much.
There's a lot.
It's
There's
a
a lot.
fact.
There's
It's
a lot of
fact.
banging going on.
There's so much spending. There's so much spending in government, and then they want to spend more.
Yeah.
They want to give you free education.
Free ice cream.
They want to give you, there is no lunch that is free. You have to pay for your lunch.
Yeah. Well,
And
Huh?
right now we're paying for nothing. We're paying for nothing at all. No, the roads suck ass.
the roads do suck ass.
We're not
okay?
going to have a retirement unless we save money, and
What's-
then the stock market is volatile.
What?
What's that next anarchy question that was on the topic?
What do you
So-
mean? As far as our subtopics that we want to talk about?
Okay, hold on. So
Yeah,
I got
I mean-
a question for
Yeah,
Blue.
yeah,
I got a
that's
question
actually-
for Blue. So, Blue, this is B for taxation. Do you want a big government, or do you think? Describe anarchy to me, because I'm really not sure.
Anarchy means that there's no government. That is
It's a
basically
It's a free for all.
It literally anarchy means
You
free
do
for all.
whatever
So,
you want.
So that's the question I want to ask.
There's no cops.
Do you want big government, meaning it's socialism at its finest, or do you want anarchy where everything goes, no holds barred?
I want Blue to answer this first.
I would between the two options
I
because
feel like we're doing Mary Fuck Kill right now.
I'm assuming we're just doing the two options. There's no
Yes.
in between.
Yeah, no, except for
I
Mickey.
mean, I would go for anarchy because I feel that we progressed enough as human beings to where we would respect one another. We're not a bunch of, cavemen who are, who's going to club the guy over the head and steal his wife or whatever the fuck happened back in those days.
want your wife. Me
yeah, although
How would it be regulated?
although there would be no regulation. People
Well, if
You'd have to
people-
regulate yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. People would understand that if you, do harm to this person, there's going to be repercussions. We're smart enough at this point to
Are we?
understand cause and effect.
Are we really?
Some of us,
Well, yeah, some of us. Yeah, that's right.
a lot of people, I don't think.
I
can
think
even think
anarchy
for
would be a
themselves.
very good cleansing right now because
Whoa,
because,
cleansing. Your
yeah,
sound.
Wow.
What do you mean by fucking cleansing, Blue?
because there's a lot of stupid people
Oh.
that live in our
Whoa,
society.
are you one of those fucking people that believe that, if we wiped out like half the earth of all the
Aren't you?
stupid people,
Aren't
as you
you?
quote? Aren't I what?
I mean, don't you think that maybe if we
Everyone has a
did-
right to live, Blue. That's what I think.
Well, I believe that too.
As long as
No,
they're
really.
obeying the
However,
laws.
Really?
if
You
there
just said there should be a cleansing.
No. You guys asked me big government or anarchy. I said anarchy, and I'm saying that if there was anarchy, you would have to have a cleansing.
Oh
you
my
would have
God.
to get rid of quite a few people who.
So you believe in the purge?
Are you meaning government, or are you meaning just all the citizens in the
I'm
United States in
saying-
general?
I'm saying the smart people, the civil people who would want to set up another civilization would have to get rid of the people who are not civil.
Okay.
People being not civil, the people who break the laws.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and apparently there wouldn't be any laws, quote unquote, but there are some things
There
that
would have to be laws.
Well, yeah. Well, you'd have to literally start another
Well, that's
government.
kind of the meaning of anarchy. It's a big free for all. There's no rules.
But eventually there would be rules.
By the way, guys, real quick, I don't mean to break it up. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Periscope.com right now. Please look us up on iTunes, Apple. Yes, if you have an Apple device, look us up, Going Dutch Radio Network on iTunes.com. Or, I guess, iTunes app, really, most people. We go live every single Saturday night, 8 p.m. Central. We have people watching us live right now who are commenting. Rick Smith, I don't know who that is. Rick Smith said, "Don't do shitty, Mickey." Aaron said, "It's Damien Reborn." I don't know what that is. What's it's
probably
Damien?
the priest or the
yeah.
or the
What's that the
baby.
name? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
The Omen,
sorry.
The Omen, yeah.
Ron, we're a little bit behind the times. And then lastly, Aaron said, "Central U.S. location works good for Amazon." Yeah, it does, because you think about where USPS and whatnot. I mean, their
Yeah,
central
we have good.
hub
We have
is in the
good
middle of the
airport
United States.
and everything.
Oh,
I mean,
by the way-
it makes sense for them to come here.
You know how many massive companies that we've turned down, or massive airlines we turned down? St. Louis Lambert Airport. It's not an international airport anymore.
No, it's
It
not.
really
No.
isn't. It's not. It's a piece of shit airport.
No, but I feel that, if they were looking for a state or a city to put their headquarters in,
Mickey's red.
this one makes sense
He is
because this
red.
is kind of a Republican.
Concerned.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
Let me
Low
see your
taxes,
chest,
very
Mickey.
low taxes.
yes. Does anyone else have anything about taxation without representation?
I would say we're pretty much in agreement besides a couple issues. I actually believe there should
No,
there should be
well,
a government.
I think we really need to step it up a bit in our game here.
So
with the
what do you
taxes.
think? I believe in a flat tax. A
So
flat
you-
tax. Businesses, citizens, just a flat fucking tax. So there's no
Increase.
There's no loopholes. There's no like, well, this guys, you're going to do this, or I'm going to create a business in this part of the land, and I'm IKEA, so I'm not going to only not pay taxes, but you're going to pay me to have a fucking business here for 5
What's
years.
the percentage that you would want on the flat tax?
10?
10%?
10.
I fucking knew you'd say 10.
20.
What?
I knew you'd say 10.
Why?
It should be 2%.
2%.
Why?
Well,
Oh, you always want something for nothing. Come on.
okay.
No, it
Hold
isn't.
on.
Wait,
Just
Okay.
imagine-
No,
Something for nothing.
Hey,
I'm actually taking the hard-earned money that people earn and not giving it to
Think
a
about-
bunch of
No, what I'm saying is, what if you had a
criminals.
business of your own? Do
Did-
you want to be taxed?
real quick.
What are you talking
In
about?
two-
I just said 2% is the tax.
But that's unrealistic.
Okay, so you think the flat
How
tax
is
should
that
be
unrealistic?
2%?
Because it's too low.
Let me bring up a fun fact or a depressing fact. Did you know the average American last year had to work for 103 days to pay off their income tax? So 103 days they worked for free. The other days of the year, the rest of the 365,
Well, that definitely helps my argument.
actually goes into your pocket. So you have to work 103 days and give it all to the government.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
bad.
It is pretty fucking bad when you look at it in perspective. That's
Yeah,
almost a third.
Go buy a bag of chips, and then they add the tax, and you don't think about it. It's 20
That's states'
cents.
rights.
It's
States'
20
rights.
cents. It's
States'
nothing.
rights.
Well, our state is
That
not.
goes by the state.
Our state is not helping the streets.
Our state.
All right,
It's you in the fucking streets.
the streets suck.
So if the
They do.
streets were like perfect, you think government would be
then
awesome.
I would definitely think government's awesome. Yeah,
Okay,
because
that's kinda weird.
because I would see empirical evidence of that fact.
Well, I mean, come on, Blue. I mean, every street can't be perfect, and they can't get to every street at once.
There's a lot of shitty
agree.
streets out there.
But yeah, there is.
Big
but ma-
streets
but maybe,
that a lot of cars drive on.
it's just like the place that we all work. You're not going to walk in and find it immaculate and say, "Man, this is perfect." It takes time to get things done.
To Blue's point here, though, why in the world are we, what's it, 44 right now?
right?
Then they just jack around. They've been jacking around 44 for how many years now? So we
Okay.
keep doing
They
the
take
same
their
thing
time.
over and over and
They-
over.
Yeah, the same
But yet,
shit.
the stuff that is urgent, what I would
Yeah.
consider urgent,
Right.
such as a 2-foot hole in the ground that might,
Well, it's
that
only
I
2
hit.
feet. It can go 3.
Yeah, okay.
That's a
well,
meter.
Nevertheless, though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you purposely hit that hole.
But
but
I do. But that's what I understand.
You like the way
why-
it feels on your bum.
It makes no sense though.
You
Makes no sense
videotape
to
you
me.
driving over it every day.
But that's
God
where.
damn it.
But anyway, that is proof of what your tax dollars are doing, is that you are driving on a fucking shitty road that has potholes everywhere, that has those little rocks everywhere that hit the side of your car and make noise. That's what your tax money's doing.
It's called a
Okay,
gravel
so
road.
Mickey, do you think what's going to fix America? Flat tax,
Flat tax would be good.
a non-red face tax? What are we talking?
Come on, tomato face.
Let's go with the red face.
He's getting
we'll
red.
go with that.
Or wait,
because I haven't heard enough of that already tonight.
I just think he's
Let's keep it
constipated.
going though.
okay, let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep hearing the red.
We're gonna go all the way,
Yes,
Mickey.
All
All
2
the
hours.
way.
We're gonna hear red face.
All right,
Better
Candy, what do you
turn a-
think?
Turn
What-
a fan on when
Candy.
you sleep tonight.
Candy, what's going to fix America
I think a flat tax would actually be a very good thing
for businesses and citizens, personal?
Yeah, because I mean,
What a shitty, boring idea that is.
Even if there's-
companies raise the price all the time. I mean, for example, I guess this really has nothing to do with taxes, but I just got my charter bill. It was $173. Then they up it to $190 without even telling me, and then you have to call them up and negotiate it.
Huh?
When they said, "Oh, it's not going to go up for a year," so let's have that flat tax for businesses, citizens, and not have it go up for a certain time period. I think starting there would be good.
Well, you didn't know it, but you signed it to your contract, and it must have been the 25th month that you had to pay more.
No way.
It probably was. That's
No.
what usually happens to
No,
people.
no.
Come on.
No, you, CJ. You don't know what you're talking about when it comes to my charter.
I don't think
bill.
anybody knows what they're talking about with the taxes here. I mean,
No,
come on.
Is there? Hold on. Let me,
I mean, what
okay.
the
So,
fuck?
is there a real solution to taxes? Or
Yeah.
or
cut
is,
them.
is it
Cut
just
them. Cut the taxes.
cut them hard.
cut the fucking cord? Is what
Cut
you
the
say,
taxes. Yeah, because all our tax money goes to wars that we don't really give a shit about. That has nothing to do with our own self-interest. It goes to roads not being fixed. It goes to I don't know. There's people on welfare, I guess, but they don't want to get a fucking job. So what?
Jesus.
So seriously, what the fuck are we paying taxes for? How does it serve us? Next time you go to the hospital and you get a big bill,
First of all,
think
Hold
about
on.
that.
Okay, think about it. Okay,
Because
so
our taxes
without
could go
government-
to solving that problem.
Without
but we
government-
don't do that, do we?
Without government, there wouldn't be police.
exactly.
So it'd be literally pure anarchy. It'd be like the
it'd
purge.
be the purge.
I don't know. People keep criticizing police. They keep shooting people. I don't want to pay taxes to get shot, do I?
Oh, come on.
What are you talking
Really?
about?
Now you're against every police officer.
No,
not all of them are bad.
No, I'm against taxes.
Just like not everyone.
I'm against stupid taxes that don't go to anything that helps us because they don't help us.
Okay.
You
and we
want
keep paying
police.
them.
You want police.
Our taxes are going for a large military that's keeping us safe.
I'll,
Oh,
you
don't
know
even
what?
get me started about the military.
I'll buy a gun. Okay, I'll buy a gun. In fact, I'll buy 10 guns, and I'll
and
take
you're
care
going
of
to be
myself.
taxed on it.
I'll take care of myself.
You're gonna
I,
be like last of
There
the
is a gun
Mohicans.
tax in Missouri.
I have yet to call the police yet. I haven't called the police
Because you live in a
ever.
good neighborhood.
Not really. Not really.
Yes, you
He's
do.
highfalutin.
No,
He's
no,
got
no.
money.
There was one incident
Really?
in your neighborhood.
Well, there's a lot of incidences that I don't even know about. I see a helicopter zooming around all the time with the floodlight on the ground. So
They're looking for you.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
Just like, where's that motherfucking blue man?
You really don't need to call the police because you're an upstanding young man who stays out of trouble.
We
Wow.
need a militia. We need a militia. That's what we need.
You know
We don't
what?
need cops.
a militia.
Why don't you
Come
go?
on?
Why don't you go join the revolution?
Blue, do you mean like communism?
You know, you guys claim you're Americans, but you're not even like real Americans because
oh, really?
because our forefathers fought for this shit. They didn't want to be taxed to death, and that's what's happening right now.
We're not.
Our forefathers,
we're not-
Benjamin Franklin.
we're not
Do you want me to name
disagreeing-
off a few more names?
We're not disagreeing
Bud,
that we're being taxed too much
Sam
on certain
Adams.
things. But
That's a good beer.
You need government. You need government.
You do need
You-
government in some way, shape, or form. Okay,
They're doing
people?
a shitty job, and they're getting us into trouble. And you know what? I'm sure the people in Germany thought their government was great until they started to kill people.
Well, this isn't Germany.
Well, it could be Germany.
Well, it could be.
Yeah.
But that's
Well-
what people always say. Well, it could be. Well, what about this country? This is the United States.
How dare you?
How dare you,
How-
Gray?
No, how dare you? Teeth.
Okay,
Whatever.
Okay.
The name calling has begun.
Blue
It
will
has.
Blue will never be out of camera with that damn nose.
Damn.
Jeez.
Okay. You know what? You want me to feed you A later? I got a fucking.
All right. So, do we want to go to the go on to the next topic, or what are we doing?
I think we do.
Okay. So the
Do we-
next.
Do we have do we have anybody like messaging in or anything like that?
Yeah, we did. I was just talking about
Was
it.
that it?
I told people to
Anymore?
call it. There was one.
The
of the
show
persons-
is still young, Mickey. Give it time.
Yeah.
Just asking. Just
Mickey,
asking.
why don't you just stop?
I can't wait to hear Blue's opinion on the next subject.
Yes.
Oh, you don't want to hear my opinion.
Oh God, yeah. I'm sure it's all Trump's fault with this next one.
What?
Even though it's been going on for years.
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I'll probably end up agreeing with you.
The next
Well, then I love you.
topic. The next
I
topic.
love you.
You good?
Yeah.
Look at Cody tensing.
Go ahead,
it.
CJ.
We got to get to the next subject, dude.
I see the tensing. He's tensing up.
I don't know who Cody is, but
He's pissed.
His name's CJ.
Oh,
shit.
sorry.
all right, guys. The next topic for the show
say?
is immigration. That's right, people. Immigration. Who wants to go to the next topic? No, I'm kidding.
I'm thirsty.
All right, immigration. So we want to talk about who wants to talk about what's going on right now or what just happened recently
I'll
with
talk
these
about
kids?
it. Why don't we play the video after I describe it? Or basically, everyone's blaming Trump for the separation of children with their parents at the border. But these are the same people who aren't at the border, and they're just listening to hearsay and a bunch of BS. Instead of listening to the people that are actually guarding the border, there's actually a pretty good video. I don't know if CJ can find it where this patrol person at the border tells, I think it's CNN, about what is happening with children, and it's pretty graphic with the detail on that he describes about how parents actually leave their kids behind to go over the wall, and CNN's just like, because because
Yeah.
they don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
And
there's
they
definitely
do.
another story.
Yeah.
A lot of stories.
The first video that I want to play is what's his name right there?
Jeff
The guy that went-
Sessions.
Yeah, Sessions. He's talking about cracking down, and this is just a little tiny little synopsis of the children that have been separated from their families.
He's
It
got a
is-
Joker's eye.
You can say that again, man.
And
I
it's
don't know.
and it's
just-
all. First of all, it's awful what's happening with the separation, but a lot of parents are doing it themselves.
Well, let's take a look.
Put in place a zero tolerance policy for illegal entry.
You son of a
on our
bitch.
southwest
You're
border.
upholding the law?
If you cross
You
the border
fucking asshole.
unlawfully, then we will prosecute you. If you are smuggling a child, then we will prosecute you.
No.
And that child may be separated from you.
Oh, I like
Oh
this
my
music.
God.
The figures represent families who were separated because of illegal entry, immigration.
I'm not reading Time
violations.
magazine anymore.
Yeah, you are. You read every day. Possible criminal conduct by the parent and cases where officials could not verify the family. It's
Well,
just
why don't they show his face? I don't get it.
because they don't know how to speak Spanish to ask them if they could show the video.
I want you to play the video from CNN.
This
if you
guy
can
looks like a
find it.
Mexican.
Yeah, it does.
He does look Mexican. He got here legally though. So
Well, that's good.
see, that's what happens when you get here legally. You have a good job.
And that
Now, now, we're in America.
We are in America.
There aren't too many great jobs.
The
You
land
got a
of the
good job.
free. The land of the free, people. The land of the free. So that's the next thing I want to talk about. Do you guys think it's right for immigration? Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing for America? That's the true question.
As far as cracking down on it,
No, correct. I'm not saying. Do you think immigration should be allowed, or should we completely have borders 100 feet tall that no one's allowed in, unless what?
Wait, so here's the problem that I have. Now they're saying we're saying that is immigration good or bad? Immigration is fine if someone comes in
Legally.
and then legally. But this idea that if you come in here illegally and suddenly if you actually arrest them and turn them back, then you're a piece of shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
well, first of all,
What the fuck's going
It's
on?
the same thing with
Hasn't it always been that way?
with mothers going to jail for crimes and their kids are thrown into foster homes because obviously the mother is up to no good, father, whatever. But these people in the news really care a great deal about these immigrants getting separated from their families instead of actual Americans getting separated from their children.
It's all about ratings.
Sure.
No, it's not
That's
about
all
the.
it's about.
I don't believe that at all.
It's horseshit.
Here's the thing. So you think that it's okay that they're separating children from their families?
No,
Well,
there has to be a better solution.
Actually, if the children are with their parents, they're in a terrible jail cell with a bunch of other people who try to cross over, who may or may not be drug dealers, because we know the cartels run Mexico.
Look up that video from CNN. I'm telling you.
No one
That will give you
no
a different
one
perspective.
ever talks about the cartels in Mexico. They
But
run that joint.
Hold on, Blue.
No. Keep on talking. Cause it's
Okay.
gonna take me a minute to look it
They
up.
no, really, they
I'm gonna-
run that joint.
CNN patrolman.
Who do you think's coming over the border? You
Well-
think it's always like wide-eyed people who want to get like a job here?
No, I'm agreeing with you. It's a lot of times it's the parents leaving their kids behind on purpose
Well, yeah.
because they're going over there and then they're going to come back for them. That's how they get separated. Not all the cases. Okay, I don't know what's going on at the border. Nobody does unless you're there. You just know what is on the news. I think it's this one right down here, the third one.
This one. What is law?
To shame border. It's CNN.
What's the video about?
It's about him telling stories about how children get treated that are left behind.
Yeah, please get
by
the
their
one
parents.
video that tells the truth outside of all these.
Yeah,
Because
They're all CNN,
They're
so
all
of
I don't know.
course they're
I mean,
not telling the
which
truth.
one do you want me to pick, Blue?
I'd pick
I
what
have
is the
no
law.
idea.
I think it might be this one.
Okay.
He flips the script.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
that's
flips
it.
the script. Okay.
That's it.
Let's get a good look at it, people.
Yeah,
Hold
this is it.
on. So, what's this video about? You think?
From what I read, is this woman gasp if it's the right one, and he's telling how awful these children have it because their parents are actually leaving them behind.
Okay.
Just play it.
Okay.
We'll leave the light on for you. You come across illegally and we'll let you into the country. And if you guys have seen some of the stuff that we've seen down here,
this is
you would understand just how important it is to have a tough stance to divert people from coming here. When you see
She has a fake
12-year-old
tan.
girl with a Plan B pill or with their
pretty hot.
parents put her
Yeah,
on
listen
birth
to this.
control because they know that's getting violated as part of the journey, that's just a terrible way to live.
So Chris, just straight up, do you think the president should right now end this policy of separating families?
You know, I think you're wrong there. It is a law, and the law needs to be enforced. Regardless, if we don't like
What-
a law,
what
we just
is
can't
the
decide
law?
which law we're going.
He's like, I'm the law.
As far if you come across that river illegally, you're subject to arrest and a prosecution. It's
pretty
And
simple.
you will get arrested and you will get prosecuted. We've had this situation going on for 4 years now, and for some reason we have.
This is not the video that that Candy wanted.
blame it
No,
on
no,
one
this is it.
This is it?
administration or the
This
other.
is it.
Okay.
It started under one and it's continuing under another. It hasn't been fixed and it needs to be fixed.
He goes into further detail.
He didn't really
in the
flip
inter-
the script like it was.
Well, he goes
advertised.
into further detail.
Well, it's the news. It's a fucking video, man. They had to make it
They-
exciting.
they
but
do
we're
that.
not going to watch the 20-minute interview. I mean,
Okay.
But that gets the gist. CNN reporters and all these people are just like, "Oh, that's awful. Separation of families." They don't know what the hell they're talking
No,
about.
but the point is that if you keep the kids with the adults, they're in a jail cell with a bunch of other adults who may be rapists. I don't know.
Well, here's
So
the, are they
is-
just thrown? Are they just thrown in this
So,
thing?
I
and
mean,
then
is that
they're not
better?
being watched. They're not making sure that they're being.
Don't
well
come over
cared for?
illegally.
I think they're being watched. I mean, I have no idea. I have
yeah,
no
you
idea.
don't, and neither do they.
But-
except for the people there.
But I mean, frankly, if you said, well, the kids
This
go,
fucking country was founded.
the kid goes in his own cell
By
and the
immigrants.
adults go in their own
We
cell.
were immigrants, okay? Before we were Americans, we were British.
Did you
Everyone
cross
u-
over? by
everyone,
any chance?
everyone uses that excuse.
Did I what?
Though.
Did the immigrants who came to this country, did they cross over illegally or did they do it legally? I think legally.
Oh no, you're
Honestly.
right. You're right because
So-
us taking the Indians' land and slaughtering most of their families and giving them 40 acres, that's even better.
Oh yeah, we did that. Us four at this table did that.
No, but our ancestors did. I guess that
Oh my
doesn't
God!
matter. The
Everyone
history-
always goes back.
Are you
in
even sure the
history.
Indians were here? Because
Oh,
did they even have any sort of historical
I don't know about
record
that
of
one,
that?
Blue.
oh,
Yeah, come on,
that's a stretch. I think the Indians
fucking
were
not
here.
a
it's that is a stretch.
Okay,
I'm
well,
sorry.
But
you
I don't
can't
care.
disagree with that one. You know better than that.
no, but who was here before the Indians, though? Can you say that the Indians were the first people to inhabit this land?
The dinosaurs were.
There could have been aliens. We don't know.
I think.
I mean,
People,
think-
it's all theory. It's all theory. But now we know what reality is.
But British
Don't we?
people,
Spanish too.
200 plus years ago,
Yeah.
they decided, hey, I'm going to America because I don't like paying taxes on tea. Okay, I'm just saying. Think about that.
I like paying
the
taxes.
English people?
On
No,
tea.
no,
No, they
it
came
was
here because
it
of
was-
religious
Yeah, it was more
persecution.
about
Exactly,
religion.
I know. Okay,
Yeah.
but here's the thing. But they left, and they went to a land called the United States. Maybe it wasn't called the United States then. I get it, whatever. But
America.
at the end of the day,
America.
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 It was America even then. Okay, so immigrants traveled there, and we didn't. There was no repercussions. They didn't have to sit in these camps or in these buildings
Because it
and be
wasn't
quarantined.
sophisticated back then.
we keep going.
But now that we're sophisticated, everything should be different.
Because there's so many people here.
But here's the thing: we keep going back
have a
in the
system.
past instead of saying, "Okay, this is the way it was in the past."
Of course, they want to go in the past. 'Cause that's the
Let's
only way that they can have an argument.
Have a justification for what's going on today, but let's just talk about what's going on today instead of going, "Oh, well, back in the past, this is what you." Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Today is.
By the
today.
way, CJ. By the way, since you brought this up, do you think that immigrants should just cross the border?
what do you mean?
I
What do you mean
mean,
you should cross the border?
Should we just let everybody from Mexico or South America or Venezuela?
Should there be no borders?
Just come in. Yeah.
just
honestly,
there's no borders at all.
there's no papers on them. Nothing.
No.
They just come in.
No, I don't.
Well, then I think that border patrol guy makes sense.
Do you know what I believe? If you make it over, you win.
Really?
If you get shot, you
Well,
lose.
that's going to be a lot of people then.
No, what do you mean? They're trying right now. And Trump, I mean, thank God, because you obviously believe that Trump should build the biggest wall in the world to try to stop.
He
these
should. Yeah, he should
stop these
build
people.
a very big wall.
I don't know. I don't know about
I'm
a
not paying-
wall, but
talk
there has
about
to be something.
taxation.
or electric
Talk
taser,
about-
or like they
talk-
die instantly if they
That's
hop
a
over,
drop
or
in
what?
the bucket.
Talk about taxation.
Drop in the bucket.
Talk
Come
about
on,
waste
come
of
on.
tax
guys,
money.
Guys, the fact is,
Oh, that's even better, actually.
there's a
At
lot
least-
of illegals in
At
this
least
country
that
right
would
now.
keep people out who don't
No.
pay.
no,
taxes.
no.
That's not keeping
Hold on.
them out.
Mickey, you're right. You know, you don't want taxes, you want anarchy. I mean, who the fuck's going to hold these people back from jumping the border or hopping the border, trying to get over the border if there was no tax or if
We're
there was
talking
no
about
government?
immigration. We just got off the taxation topic,
Yeah,
didn't we?
I'm just
you
saying.
are you
What
are
are we
against
backtracking?
government, but government is what's protecting this border.
Exactly.
Well,
So
the
you need
thing
government.
is- no, you don't need government.
Then who protects the border?
Damn.
But we wouldn't have to protect
Texas
the
and
border
New
because there
Mexico.
wouldn't be a border if we didn't have a government.
If it would now that would be anarchy.
Yeah.
There'd be everyone
And,
coming over.
he wants anarchy, though. Remember?
Do you not understand that we're talking about this in a context?
What do you
we're
mean?
talking about the context of now. There is a government. Is
Yeah.
there is there not a government right
Yeah,
now?
but if there wasn't, what would happen at the border?
It would be a completely different scenario.
like
wouldn't it?
what? Everybody would be coming over.
If there
Everyone.
would-
People be sitting in
was
their backyards
anarchy-
with rifles.
If it was anarchy, then it wouldn't even matter, would it?
It'd be the
Then
old
yeah,
America.
Yeah.
let them come in. Fine.
Why?
If it was anarchy, but we have a federal government right now. We have a system that we all have to abide by.
Okay, so
So that's why we need
So-
to have
on the-
illegal immigrants stop from coming in.
On
What's
the
up, Mickey?
immigration topic here,
Yeah.
what do you guys think about refugees?
From
so
Syria.
I just think of that
Refugees
song.
from anywhere.
No.
So you say no to that.
They
So basically, if your country's has
Why-
a dictatorship and he's
Okay,
wiping out
real quick,
citizens.
I
No,
wanna
no.
talk about this.
Every situation's different, but
How about the folks who moved in the late and early 2000s in St. Louis?
The Bosnians.
Yeah, Bosnians. Yeah,
I don't have a problem with
I have
them.
zero
I don't.
problems with them whatsoever. I went to
I
school
agree.
with
I agree.
mostly Bosnians, and
Each ca-
I have zero. And they were essentially refugees. They
Yeah.
were. It was mass
They
genocide.
Did it, they did it legally though.
yeah.
because
That's
we
what
were
I'm
nice
saying.
enough. The big government that you hate was nice enough to say, "Hey, come to St. Louis, come
Well,
to New York,
they have
come
to
to
have people
California."
come
Those
in.
are the three main hubs. That,
I would
that
actually
Bosnians can come into St.
I would
Louis.
actually agree with CJ. Each case, you got to break down each case differently. I would agree with that one.
No, close the borders, let them all fucking just get killed. You're
No,
ridiculous.
no. You're ridiculous because you think that there shouldn't be any like laws against illegal immigrants coming in.
That's not what I said.
I have yet to hear you come with an argument that goes against what that Border Patrol guy was saying. I've
Here's
yet
the
to hear
thing.
you say anything.
I absolutely agree
with him,
with who.
the Border Patrol. You need to keep people from coming in,
Yeah,
don't you?
I feel like
The Bosnians came in legally.
I feel like if you are if you're not doing crime, you would
How do
be
you know that?
an acceptable citizen. Then you are allowed in America. Easy as that. There's a lot of people that are going to be slowly and
So
well,
what?
maybe
You
even
just like
quickly-
sit them down. Hey, have you committed a crime? No. Okay, you're in.
Right. Okay. So there
I mean,
has to
that'd
be
be pretty easy
there has
for
to be
a
a
drug
system.
dealer to come
You,
in.
you can give him a chance.
Do you know what it takes to be a legal citizen?
Have
Do
you seen
Have you
Scarface?
seen the testing?
Have you seen Scarface? Because he's a Cuban who came in.
Here we go.
And we saw the scene at the very beginning. He's
Come
being
on.
interrogated by the FBI. They came in. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of them came in. And by God, you had a huge cocaine epidemic
Now
in
we're
Florida.
talking about-
Did you not?
Yeah, we did, but
That's
And
because
that-
we legalize
And
it.
now you have a heroin epidemic coming in.
Legalize it.
Cocaine? Yes.
Legalize all
No.
of it.
No, sure, go ahead and legalize
That's
it. But I'm
legalize
just
all of it.
saying.
that's for another week.
But all these bleeding heart liberals, they don't want to think about reality. They never want to think about reality. That there
So,
might be
what
some
does it
people
take-
crossing the
Real
border who
quick.
want to sell fucking drugs and they're homicidal
Blue.
maniacs.
What does it take? Should anyone outside the United States be allowed in America and live there?
Yes.
Who and how and why?
Go through the process.
Whatever that process
Don't
might
cross
be.
the border illegally. The end. There's nothing else I have to say. What else do I have to say?
It doesn't work that way. Because
Of course
there's
not.
loopholes.
Well, no,
There's-
they're stopping them, and it's become this big thing. Like, oh my God, Obama, and even before him, Clinton, Bush, they've all had the same policy. Trump's in office. Suddenly, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Suddenly, it's a big deal.
because
and
the
we gotta
first thing that
make
he
it on
brought up right when
ABC,
he was elected officially as president.
because some of them are
he
drug
officially
dealers
said,
and
the
rapists.
first thing I'm going to do
Some of
is
them
build
kidnap.
a wall.
Well, he
Some
said
of
that
them
before he
kidnap
became
people.
president.
I know, but I mean, he said, "Oh, it's really going to happen," and people are like, "Fuck you fucking liar!" And then it never
look
really
at
happened.
all the people who look. I know we don't have the information up here, but like in Arizona, for instance, or New Mexico,
Yes.
there's tons of kidnappings. People who are actually because the drug cartels run Mexico. Do we disagree
we aren't
with
Mexico.
this?
We are America.
They're coming up here to sell drugs.
Then stop them. If you think that's
exactly,
so
that's
bad.
what I'm saying.
Ma-
What are you talking about?
I feel like we should be able to. We're sophisticated enough. Americans are to be able to understand that there's an American cartel that's running with.
What's probably the CIA behind it? To be honest with you,
Okay.
You like your conspiracy theories,
Right.
I mean,
He's
it
got a
probably
point.
is the CIA.
I don't argue with you. So the government is helping the immigration, even though they're
They-
trying to stop it.
They probably are.
Okay.
They probably are.
Enough
so
said.
So we
Another distraction to keep us from what's actually
Exactly.
going on.
Yeah. No. I completely agree with you guys. I think that
You've just been
the
disagreeing
CIA,
with me for the past 10 minutes.
until we talked about the CIA. Once we bring up the CIA, I
CIA's
totally agree.
behind
with you.
everything.
Guys, what do you think? Do
Well,
you
they've
think
smuggled shit across the border. I
They
don't know how many
do.
times.
They do.
audience,
Drugs, baby.
audience, we want you to know. We want to know,
That's
and
how
please,
crack started.
please call in 636-926-6945.
69.
636-926-6945. 888-267-6945. Tell us your thoughts. What do you guys think about immigration? We want to know. We'll keep you anonymous if you want us to. We don't mind. We really want to know your thoughts.
We like immigrants. We just want them to be legal. We love people from other countries. I work.
You love them.
I
Really.
work.
He has
really.
crushes. He likes Mexican women.
I work with a bunch of Bosnians. They're great
A bunch of
people.
Bosnians.
I
Yeah,
love
the
them.
way you talk about them
I love
sounds
'em.
real
No
lovable.
illegals who are not accounted for.
So-
because I'm accounted for. I have a social security number. I have a driver's license. I have all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got to do when you
Birth
come into the
certificate.
country.
Driver's
Yeah.
license. You have to be able to drive a car in order to be a citizen. Is what you're saying?
Oh, look at you. Just, semantics. That's the only way you're going to win this argument.
Paperwork.
Yeah. Yeah.
have to
You need
have paperwork.
Yeah. Exactly.
You have to have something that connects you to being an American citizen.
America.
I mean, is that a big deal?
No.
Seriously.
No.
We are arguing about this.
I'm not arguing.
No. I'm saying, like, right
arguing
now,
about it.
that is the thing.
I'm not arguing. I see CJ's
It's very
certain points
simple.
of his, but yeah, illegal immigrants should not be allowed in the country.
Aaron, please call in either on this topic or the next one. We're about done with this topic. He just said Blue wants to be like Thanos, Thanos.
Thanos from the Avengers.
Yeah, so Blue wants to be like Thanos
I got you,
and
Aaron.
wipe out half of the universe. LOL. Thank you, Aaron, for watching. Thank you, Sharon, for watching. We greatly appreciate it. We really do.
And don't give away the ending.
Don't give away the ending.
I don't watch those stupid
Once again,
movies.
remember to call us 636-926-6945. You can watch us live every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central. Please watch us live or not live on Periscope, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and iTunes.com. People, we are on iTunes.com. Tell me that's not extreme.
It is extreme.
There's a lot of
It's
options.
pretty. It's pretty fun. So we were just talking about taxation.
Did we cover every bullet point
We talked about
on immigration?
I think we did.
Taxation
Let's,
without representation. That was what the
Good
revolution
or bad?
was.
So immigration-
solutions? Yeah, we pretty much did.
Yeah, I mean,
Did we do the link to the executive?
I want to talk about that. This is Trump's executive
Trumpy.
order. Yeah, Trumpy taking a
Trumpy.
dumpy. Yes, let's take a good look at it. There might be an ad, which I
the
can't
guy
technically
that everybody
play.
shits on because people have insecurities.
Is anybody going to
get
make fun
outta
of him being
here.
orange the way I'm getting made fun of for being red tonight? That's
You're-
what I wanna
okay,
know.
you're
because
not-
he actually
Look at
looks
that.
good.
Look at that.
Dude, your color of your face is almost more red than your shirt.
Yeah.
It could be, but it's from the sun.
You
This
could.
is- I don't know.
You
what
could
these guys
not be
going on.
wearing a shirt, and we wouldn't even see it.
I don't know. That'd be
So-
my entire body's burnt. Just my face
Guys,
is burnt.
we talked
you're
about
burnt.
we talked about this first topic, which was taxation. The next topic was immigration. We're still on
there we go.
immigration, and the video that we're going to be watching after this ad is done, and then I can show it is
This
Trump
ad sucks.
signs an executive order, and we should all get a good look at it and find out exactly what's
We're
going
gonna
on.
have, we're gonna have a big executive.
Trump
order.
is trying.
Yeah, he's trying to write.
Look at this.
We are going to begin with the president's attempt to
Shit.
put out a big political fire with a few drops of ink. The president today signed an executive order today that will end the policy of separating children from parents.
Ooh,
who
that's a
enter
nice
the
pen.
country
I'm voting for him
illegally.
again.
I think he's
2020.
actually signing
families
another
separated. At the
tax
same
break for
time,
the rich.
We don't want people coming into our country illegally. This takes care of the problem.
Very
You're the
simple.
problem,
So-called
Trump.
zero
Yeah,
tolerance
Trump.
crackdown on immigration
Make
will
sure you don't
continue.
keep those
Adults who commit
illegals out.
crime will be
We want 'em all in
prosecuted,
here.
But these separations will end.
And then take a
We
close-up
have
of people who are
reports
not
from
drug dealers.
Washington, the border, and we're in
Oh,
El
look at the little
Salvador
baby.
tonight. One of the country's people are
Look at this.
fleeing
They're
in large
trying to
numbers.
manipulate us.
First,
Guys,
the-
audience,
That's what
please,
they
please
do.
call us or
It's
comment
the
and let us
media.
know what do you guys think about immigration.
That's
Total
what the media
manipulation.
does.
I didn't like
They have a shot at
sight
Trump, then
or
they show the
feeling
kids.
of families
That's what they
being
do.
Separated. At the same time, we are
Look at Mike
keeping a
Pence.
very powerful border, and it
Lord help
continues
us
to
if that guy
be
ever becomes
a
president.
Mike Pence's things that God, I wish I was him.
Zero tolerance for
He
people
won't.
that enter our country
Not for a while, anyway.
illegally.
Just don't assassinate Trump, please.
Please don't.
I mean, anyways, guys. So I mean, that's. I just want to play that video. What's Trump's view on it and that executive order. So what do you guys think about that? Is that going to help America?
I have no idea. We'll see.
Like I
Time
said,
will tell.
Time will tell. Yeah.
Like I said, the family separation thing. The thing is, if you have the kids with their parents, they're in a jail cell with other adults.
So what are you saying?
So there could be issues. It's
But
kind of
if you're
like
with your parents,
you're
then
basically
then
in
it should be
jail.
okay.
You're basically in jail.
We saw
Yeah,
the
but
parent
you're with
earlier
your
with the
parents.
priest and what the parents do then. So
Yeah, but
Say
you're
that
with
again?
but you're with your parents though.
Yeah, but if you're just with other kids who are actually being overseen by guards, it
Child-
might be
Are they being
less
overseen?
dangerous.
Are they? How do you know that?
I don't know.
But
I
at
have no
least
idea.
the parents would know if they were able to protect their kids.
What if they're not overseen by
And-
guards in a jail cell with a
For
bunch
one
of
thing,
adults?
a family with their
We're
kids.
doing a lot
and-
of what ifs.
What if no? What if
What if?
they have a woman,
You're fucking
a
retarded.
mother who is with her kids, and then there's a
Mother
big guy.
Teresa.
There's a big guy who wants to do something to the kids. Then they're all in a jail cell together. What are you
Okay,
gonna do?
So
There should be people watching them,
Yes.
even though they shouldn't be detained in the first place. But there should be people watching them to make sure that doesn't happen.
and I believe
Just
that,
like people are watching the kids that you feel like should be quarantined by themselves. People should be watching those kids, just like people should be watching the families.
Have you ever seen a jail?
This is supposed to be jail. This
real
is supposed to be
cell?
jail. This is supposed to be jail.
What's it supposed to be then?
It shouldn't be there at all.
They broke
should-
the law. They broke the law. Don't break the law.
it's
very
not a
simple.
jail, it's detainment, and it most.
What are you
like-
supposed to do? Give them like a fucking take them to the Hilton in the. What are we supposed to do with them?
No, it's most likely guarded by patrolmen,
No.
but I don't know that for sure.
Okay, I do agree. If you come in here illegally, 100%, and you're a horrible person, yeah, you should go away. But the fact that like a family is here and you're like, Blue thinks, yeah, they need to be separated.
You want amnesty, I guess.
No, they should be separated. You believe the family should be separated? And
I don't
that should
know
be it.
what. I mean, what are you supposed to do? The kid's either with the
No one
family,
knows what to
and
do.
then he's with other adults, or you have the kids
No,
separated.
no one knows what to do.
Oh, there's Shelby.
Who is that?
Love you, Mama. Bye, Mom.
We're saying goodbye to a fan.
She's a faithful listener of the
It's-
show. Love you. Love you, Mama.
I love you too.
All right, that was my mother, Shelby.
No, but like
She's legal.
Like for example, one of these politicians were saying, a bunch of liberals. He said, "Okay, if you guys feel so strongly about the separation of children and their parents, why don't you put these people up at your house?"
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, "Oh, blah, 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 blah. No." They didn't know what to say.
The
But here's the
same-
No one
the-
knows what to
even-
do.
The
Hold
same
on.
shit happened under Obama, and it was never an issue.
But think of this. Even if you believe that they should, that all people that are go across the border legally, then why not at least keep the family together versus separate them?
It
yes,
could be- it
keep
could
them
be more
together
dangerous.
and then what you think, ship them back.
I would keep them
It-
together.
Yeah, of course. It doesn't make any
I
sense
don't
to
know,
separate them.
but
You only care. You're only going to cause the situation to be worse and it being on top news for the next fucking month.
Yeah,
Let-
I would absolutely keep
let me
them
ask you
together.
something.
Breaking news.
Let me ask you
Blue
something.
and the government. Yeah, go ahead.
let me ask you something though. If the kid, so the kid's
The
separated
kid.
from the adults
Uh-huh.
temporarily, so he ends up going back with the parents, right?
I don't know. We don't know that.
We don't know.
You
what's
tell
going
me.
on.
You
I
don't
mean,
know.
That's a very big question.
But at least if the families were together, you knew that they were together.
They would have a better shot
Eventually, they're
together.
going to be separated, though. I mean,
Maybe.
If,
We don't know that.
so we're talking about a very short window of time when the parents are separated from the kid.
You know
That's-
the problem with this country?
This is what we're arguing about.
No. You know the problem with this country is everyone thinks they have all the answers, but they have no solutions.
That's why we
to
like
what to
talking
do.
about these things.
I know. It's just the thing. Well,
I have a solution.
Trump's
I mean,
bad. Let's point the finger at Trump. Let's point the finger at this. But no one, all these liberals, all these morons out there, they're like, all they want to do is bitch, but they have no solutions on how to fix it,
No.
and neither does anyone else.
The problem
Well,
is that
most people.
they were pressuring Trump, and Trump said, "All right, we're not going to have the families separated from the children." Now the children are with the families in the same jail cell. I mean,
So now it's a non-topic.
does it really make
Yeah.
a fucking difference?
No.
Yeah, it does make a fucking difference
How?
because it does.
That's a valid
Exactly.
point.
The families should be
Valid point.
That's a very good New York
the
Times
families.
point right
the
there.
families should be kept together. Why not?
Till
The family
when?
should-
I mean, what happens after that?
Ship them off to Boston like you think they should be shipped. Well, not really Boston, but ship them off to fucking.
Just take them back to
Mexico
Mexico.
City.
Yeah.
Is that a big deal?
Take them
I
to
mean,
Chicago.
Let's separate them. Let's give them severe anxiety. Let's make their life a living hell before we ship them back.
So this is all psychological.
Absolutely, it is. What's the fucking point?
Actually, they're
So
making
how
their own
long-
lives a living hell.
So how long is the child separated from the adults?
we don't know.
Nobody
Too
knows.
long.
You guys didn't do your research?
Longer than 5 minutes is too long. It's probably longer than 5 minutes. You sick fuck.
Nobody knows.
Oh my God! See, that's what I'm talking about. Is that a child is separated from their family for a couple days, and suddenly it's like
Oh.
a really big deal. It's like this: wave the banner. You know what?
I don't have a
I'm
kid,
sick
but
of
wait
it.
till you have a kid,
I'm
and
so
then you're going to
sick
think a
of
little
it.
bit different. That the fact that
Of
you don't know where the
course.
fuck your kid
You
is.
know what? If I had a kid, I wouldn't try to cross the border into another country. How about that? Because I might be separated from
For
him.
how much
How
you
about that?
for how much you don't believe in government, maybe if you had that kid and that kid was separate, maybe he's being touched by one of the guards.
Well, maybe he'll be touched by somebody when he's in a jail cell, and then I get my throat cut by some fucking drug dealer who wants to fuck my kid. How about that? Is that a lot better? I don't think so.
At least you were.
At least what?
You were there, and there's supposed to be people hopefully watching over you. These
That's probably
these
not the
patrolmen
case.
that are making sure nothing bad's happening.
I'd rather have a bunch of kids because kids don't try to, screw each other.
Well,
But when
I
you're in a
was
jail
9
cell with a
years
bunch of
old.
adults, it might be the case. Especially a guy who has tattoos all up his neck and his fucking face.
Oh, stereotyping.
What do you got against tattoos?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fucking sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't like drug dealers who work for cartels.
So if you have a tattoo,
And you also
you're a
don't like
drug dealer
government,
now?
the people
And
that are
he
supposed
doesn't
to
like
protect
tattoos.
you. All right, guys.
I do agree with Jeff. With Blue. I don't like drug dealers that work for cartels.
No.
Oh,
no one-
really? That's a very. I mean,
I
Nick.
like 'em.
Nick, you're really putting your neck out there.
Who's that?
I'm sorry.
It's getting out of control.
It is.
I like the drug cartels. I think they're great.
You know what? I do
right.
too.
All right, I know
love
we
the
like to
drug
talk about
cartels.
things for the
I
sake
know
of
he
argument.
likes a drug
Of
cartel.
course you do. You've obviously been in Mexico for a couple weeks with your red face.
Go,
All right,
hey,
all
hey,
right, all right,
go
all
to
right.
Mexico sometime. People get shot there.
Uh-oh.
It's ridiculous there.
Ping.
It's
Somebody just got pinged.
ridiculous.
Ping.
All right, guys. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. Watch us live every Saturday night. Please comment on Facebook and YouTube. Going Dutch Radio Network. GoingDutchRadioNetwork.com. And people, guess what? Viewers, audience.
Yes.
We are on iTunes. I'm
Only
going to
on
repeat that 1,000 times. Go on your Apple device. Look us up. Going Dutch Radio Network. You must subscribe. Or else.
Should we take?
Or else Blue's going to separate your family.
Yeah, because it's actually going to help them. It's not going to hurt them.
Man, it's really warm down here for it being a basement. She turned the fucking vent down, and she won't. I feel like I'm in a.
It's because I'm hot. He's obviously hot.
I mean, he's burning up. Obviously.
Did anybody fart during the show?
I did.
I did once.
You
What
got
the
to.
fuck?
I get the nervous poops every time we go on live.
I actually did not.
You
Fart
gotta
about
let
this
it. You
whole
gotta
show.
let air out.
All right, guys. So we talked about so far immigration, taxation, and
Farts.
we're going to be taking a commercial break here in a moment. And after commercial break, we're going to talk about does America love war?
Oh, you know it.
And then we're going to talk about stats, sabermetrics versus the naked eye of a scout. And it sounds really weird, and I don't know if it's going to be good or not. But hopefully it is.
It's going to be good because we know what we're talking about. Right?
All right, good. As long as you guys got a lot of content, then that's okay. Unlike that bullshit you've been saying all night.
Okay, well, I don't remember you winning the argument, so whatever.
You guys got any final thoughts before we go to commercial break?
Yeah, CJ is a stupid head.
Whatever you say for us.
Yeah, this guy's got glasses. He thinks he knows everything.
I wear glasses because I have to fucking look at the goddamn projector. Anything, Mickey? Final thoughts before we go to commercial
No,
break?
just go to commercial. I can't deal with this shit.
Well, it's because your face is so red. All right, guys, you can watch us live every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Central.
Obviously, you have to take a shit.
We are going to go on a quick commercial break here, and we'll be right back. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. We're going to go on a 10-minute commercial break. Please, when we come back, you better call 636-926-69 fucking 45, people. That's right, 6945. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. We're on a commercial break. We'll be right back in about 10 minutes, people.
guys, I just want to say that I was on YouTube a lot recently. I get on there all the time, and I listen to Michael Bolton. I listen to a lot of different bands, but I was scrolling down, and I typed in Dutch. I just was looking for the movie Dutch, and basically what happened was I saw Dutch Radio Network, which you can find on YouTube.
Yeah.
I started watching it. I enjoyed what I saw, what I heard, and I said, hey, I have to follow these guys, and now I am on the show. I kid you not. Your dreams can come true, and you can be on Dutch Radio Network as a guest. You're not going to be a main star like us, but you can be a guest. That's one of the places you can go to watch Dutch Radio Network is on YouTube. I'm going to let this guy to the left of me tell you where else you can find Dutch Radio Network. Thank you.
I'll be honest. The first time I realized Going Dutch Radio Network was the best podcast, not only in St. Louis of motherfucking Missouri, but in the whole United States and the whole world. It just blew my mind. I mean, it just absolutely blew my mind. They have the best Facebook page ever. I mean, oh my God, I could just go on and on. You know, if you guys ever go on their website, goingdutchradionetwork.com, it is like the best fucking website ever. And I was once on the show, and oh my God, like, I almost passed out. Like, the camera's on me, and I was just feeling so good but nervous, and I was a little hard. But
It's okay. That's the way I felt the first time I was on the show.
Yeah.
Okay? But now I'm kind of a regular on the show, and I really enjoy it. A lot.
You guys are a bunch of Nancy fucking Pantsy boys. Let me tell you something. I listen to Going Dutch Radio because I like their kind of talk. They talk straight and they talk forward, and that's why I listen to fucking Going Dutch goddamn radio.
All right, guys, so look up Going Dutch Radio Network, like us on Facebook, and subscribe.
YouTube and Twitch.com.
Whatever they just said.
This is the end of the old time and that good
right, guys. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. That's right, guys. Going Dutch Radio Network. I am CJ, your host, and the crew with me today, to the right of me, if you're looking at the camera, it is Blue. How's it going, Blue?
Not bad. Feeling good.
All right.
Feeling pumped up for this.
Wow, good. All right, and to
Fucking
the
pumped. No. Seriously, I'm really pumped.
like, how pumped are you?
Like I am just keep going. Just talk to the other guy. I can't even explain how pumped up I am.
Well, I have a name, Blue.
All right. On that note, the man to the left of me, his name is Candy. How's it going, Candy?
It's going pretty good.
So pumped.
I'm just as pumped as he is. Well, maybe not as pumped.
I am
as
so
he is,
fucking pumped.
but a little pumped.
God, I feel like there's a lot of pumping going on.
I actually have a few questions. I was actually wondering how the show came about, Dutch Radio.
Oh.
You never actually shared it with our viewers. Maybe you have, but I haven't heard anything about it.
Yes. So me, CJ, that's right. I am CJ, the host. I decided during conception that I wanted to start doing a online podcast where we could do it live at least, once a week and be able to kind of have archive podcasts to watch because I thought it'd be fun to talk about politics, conspiracies, controversies, and so forth. And that's really how it came about, if you want me to be honest. It's that simple. And within about 3 weeks, I think, we got all of the equipment. We got everything. Microphones, mixers, computer software, everything, people. You have no idea how much this shit costs.
Including
It's ridiculous.
the table.
Oh, no,
And the
we're getting a new table.
We're getting a
here
new
soon.
table now?
We are getting a new table, just like we got a new projector.
We're moving up in the world here.
What
We
kind
are.
of table are we going to get? I like this table.
We're going to get a rectangular table that looks just like this one,
Ooh.
but it's smaller.
Can I put my gum under it? Because that's what I like to do with my gum.
I would advise against that. It has sentimental value to me.
Okay, I won't
It
do
is
it.
my table, but it's our table now for the show.
Can I put my penis on it occasionally?
Speaking of labels and penises, I don't know how that was a good segue. I want to talk about how we got our names on the show, our nicknames on the show. So, Blue, would you like to talk about how you got your nickname? And can you explain it?
It's a very interesting story. I showed up on my first day here, and I was wearing a lot of blue. And then one of the two guys who used to be on the show was like, hey, that guy's wearing a lot of blue, so they call me Blue.
That is actually a pretty good name.
I mean, it is, and you don't understand, folks. Blue,
It's better than my name.
to the right of me, always on the camera. I mean, my God, he has never not worn blue, ever. I don't know
Never.
if it's a
Never
fashion
not worn.
statement or if he's just really into it. But
I'm not a Democrat, though.
anyways, to the camera's left, as always, is Candy. And Candy, how did you get your name? How'd your name come about?
Do you even know?
I know my name.
So,
Okay, it wasn't my choice, but it was kind of interesting the first day at work here because this is kind of work.
Wow.
Yeah,
Every
this is
Saturday night.
becoming a job, man.
I said, "What should my nickname be?" You guys were naming out names, and then someone said Candy. I don't know if it was you, CJ, or Blue,
I
but
think it was me.
Was
but-
he?
I was thinking something sweet, and I was looking at him like,
yeah, he's like Candy. So I said, "You know what? That's fine.
Some sweet
It
candy.
doesn't really matter what my nickname is, but Candy has kind of stuck with me.
Right. I mean, I remember Blue first said Blowjob Betty. I'm like, let's go a little,
It
less.
has to be appropriate.
Exactly.
And we can sell candy while we're talking about me.
Right. Exactly.
You should sell candy.
All right, guys, don't forget to watch Going Dutch Radio Network. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We are on commercial break. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. Please like and subscribe to us on Facebook and look us up on our own website. That's right, guys. We have a www.goingdutchradionetwork.com. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
fake in my head, past the promise, past regret, to the place where I hide. You could come inside in your face and your ears, all my hopes and my fears. I'm a freak and a fake. You could take me or leave me. This is true, as true as it needs to be. I found something that works for me well. I'm surrounded by assassins I can't see without my glasses. I'm afraid they're whispering things about me that are mean from now on. Things might get weird, don't settle in. Or shed a tear, well. You should laugh, you should cry, you could close your eyes and go to sleep and have a dream where you're gentle and sweet and well fed. I found love and charity. I found something that works for me well. You should laugh, you should cry, you could close your eyes and go to sleep and have a dream where you can't feel a thing. You should laugh, you should cry, you could close your eyes and go to sleep and have a dream where you can't feel a thing. You should laugh, you should cry, you could close your eyes and go to sleep and have a dream where you're gentle and sweet and well fed.
Three, two, one. All right, guys, we're back. Going Dutch Radio Network. We were on commercial break. Thank you for watching and subscribing and following and commenting. And last but not least, calling us at 636-926-6945. What?
Because they want to hear what we have to say.
Your mic wasn't on.
Why is nobody calling in?
Because your mic wasn't on.
And they can't hear you. Typical blue stun over there. Doesn't
Why
even
is
know how to
nobody
turn on his
calling in?
microphone.
Why isn't this working? Maybe because your mic's not on, Blue. All right, guys, we talked about taxation, government.
Without representation.
We talked about immigration. We talked about a priest smacking the shit out of a baby during a baptism.
Baby.
Mickey, how's it going so far? You've been a little quiet over there.
He has sunburn.
Yeah.
He's tired.
A little sleepy.
Jesus.
His insides are burned.
look at the picture right there. Look how red.
Oh my! Get out of here.
You wouldn't believe?
No, I like Mickey. Mickey adds a lot to the show.
Mickey's
just
doing a
not
very
tonight.
good job. He's doing a good job.
He is doing a bang-up job. I like him.
I think once we get to the other topics, we're going to have a lot of conversating.
A lot of Mickey.
I hope so. All right, guys. So the next topic for the show is going to be...
Does America love war?
Does America love war? How much do they love war? I got a lot of things I want to talk about.
Here we go again.
Should I read it? Should I read A?
I mean, you...
America has been at war for 214 out of 235 years.
Oh, we're getting a call. We're getting a call. We are getting a call here.
Look out.
All right.
Holy
We
shit.
need like an alarm going off or something.
Okay. Wants to use your microphone, I guess. Yeah, sure. And, all right. Can you hear us, sir? Or ma'am? Whoop, you there?
Yeah, I can barely hear you.
Okay, okay. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. Can you hear us now?
Yeah, it's still like real low though. It's like you're far away.
Really? That's surprising. Hold on. Let's get the settings. Hold on.
Thank you for being the first caller, by the way.
Yes, thank you.
He's a second caller after Danny.
Second caller. First caller on this number, probably.
Hold on. I'm trying to fix
Call,
this.
whoop, whoop.
Oh, yeah. All right, wait. USB audio.
Come on, CJ.
How about now? Can you hear us?
Yeah, a lot better now. Yeah.
Yes! He's on.
We
Okay.
figured it out. Hot damn.
I don't know who this is, but tell us your thoughts. What's going on?
Ron.
What's that?
This is Aaron. AA Ron.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Aaron.
it's Aaron. All right, Aaron. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts so far of the show? Do you like it?
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, it's going pretty good tonight.
All right, I like it. I like it a lot.
Good job.
What was your thoughts on immigration?
I mean, I'm with it. I mean, they, definitely need to do something about it. But, I agree with you guys. Like, they need to keep, the families together, separate and stuff like that. But, I think then you kind of maybe try to work out something with Mexico to, instead of, us detain them, say, hey, here's your group of people,
Right.
meet at a certain place, and then, they can ship them up and then take them back to their detention area or whatever they need to do. So they can can I get them to do something with them and get on it,
I'm sure Blue has something to say about that.
So basically you're saying that you think that the parents and the kids should be together in a jail cell.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's not right to spread up families because this is like you guys were saying, it's going to cause more trouble and stuff like that. So I think you need to keep together.
I don't know about you guys, but I totally agree on Aaron's points.
I would agree with Aaron on that because at least they would be with the families.
Exactly.
I don't see any. You know what? I don't know if I have any issue either way. The thing is, the media made a big deal out of it. They said that when the kid is away from the parents, that it's a big deal. But if the kids are in their own confined cell where they're watched over, then what difference does it make? That's what I understand.
What do you think, Aaron?
Well, I mean, but you don't know what's going to happen. But it's because then it's if you keep them separated, then you got to go through the hassle of okay, who's such kid? Okay, then we got to get them on. So there's got to be some kind of I don't want to say tagging thing, whatever, but it's they need to be kind of if they are in separate cells, at least kind of semi close, right next to each other. You'd be okay, well that's my kid and my son, my daughter, or whatever, and then that way when it's time for them to ship them out, they can all go together, because otherwise, it might take the kids earlier before the parents or the parents before the kids, and then who knows when they might meet up again. So
I mean, this guy makes a lot of good points.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're shipped out together. It's just the idea is that you want the kids separated from, I mean, there might be some immigrants who were murderers or drug dealers or something like that. You don't want them around. You don't want them around those people, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron.
But sometimes it's you may not know who it is, until something goes down,
Exactly.
If
Yeah.
stuff goes down, then it's like, okay, dude, you're going to the bad pen, so here you go.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to like basically fight for your kid
Going to Blues Pen.
in a jail cell. All right, you're the guy with the tattoo up his neck and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You and neck tattoos, Blue. All right.
Well, this guy over here's got tattoos.
Aaron,
I don't trust him.
Aaron, real quick, I want to ask you something. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite guy on the show? Who do you like listening to the most?
I don't know. I like y'all guys. You guys are pretty good right now. I mean, you're all kind of even right now. It's like I listen to you for here and there. You always got good stuff. But I mean, CJ's good. It's just because I know you. But like Blue's got. I like Blue a little bit because he kind of deviates from everybody else. Makes good radio. So he's like, hey, it's like.
I think I like Aaron.
Like you can't
I
have
like Aaron
everybody
a lot.
agree. You got to have different. You got to have opposite ends. That's why I like Blue too. So.
Thank you, Aaron. I like you.
Hey.
What's your favorite color? Blue?
All right, Aaron, you're watching live right now, Going Dutch Radio Network. What are you using? Facebook, YouTube? What you using to watch this?
Yeah, I'm watching on Facebook right now. On my laptop.
Let me ask you, how red does Mickey look on video?
He looks pretty red in the face.
Yeah.
I mean, his arms look kind of regular, but I mean, he's got a red face.
Yes, I do.
His arms look regular but weak.
He's got some sun.
And let me ask you one more thing, Aaron. How about the animosity between Candy and Mickey? Do you feel there's a lot of animosity there, or what's going on?
I don't know. Whatever it is, keep doing it. I love it.
Oh, thank you, Aaron.
I think you guys are picking on Mickey a little too much.
No, Mickey's just constipated. I don't know what the fuck.
Aaron says, "Get it on." No,
Thank
really,
you, Aaron. Thank you.
You guys should get it on. All right, Aaron. You wanna talk with us through the next topic?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll throw in my little tidbits here and there.
All right, let's do the next one. The next one is, does America love war? First, Aaron, I want to ask you, do you want to talk about just the fact that America has been at war for 214 out of 235 years?
Since there was in America, it's not going to stop.
See?
It's always like them like kids in high school, like somebody gets a fight, and there's always like that kid's like, oh, I got to be part of this, I got to jump in. So it's like, no matter where it is, like they always got to find a way to kind of like squeeze or wiggle their way into it.
There's money to be made.
Sure, we'll help
America's
you
in.
out, buddy.
All right, I like it. All right, do you guys want to keep on going with Aaron, or you want me to?
Yeah, that's fine.
If Aaron's,
We'll keep Aaron on.
All right, Aaron.
Why not?
Here, we'll ask you the questions when we need to. So just because I know there's a little bit of a lag. So first, Blue, what do you think, Blue? Does America love war, and do you think it's good for America?
America, you say they love war, but I think America has to go to war. I think it's something that we need to do, and it's something that we've been doing for a very long time, and we're very good at it.
No, we're not.
To be honest with you,
Not really.
I don't know.
Until Vietnam,
We're
until
good
Vietnam.
at being at war, I guess.
But
how is Iraq?
What
good,
is
though?
all right? We'll talk about that later. But the point is that if we're talking about in a general scope, the fact that we've been at war for this long tells you something. That everything works right now, doesn't it? The trade, the economies. We've done well when we've been at war. We've been at war for all these years, and the world has gotten better. It's gotten more efficient. We have a big system going. I think there is something to it.
Yeah, for us, but if we
for everybody.
Well,
for
no.
everybody.
If
you're a Chinese person, your life is getting better because we've been at war.
But what I'm saying, would you be saying this if you had a loved one in war right now, or someone who was killed in war?
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
And
come on.
But is that?
And by the way, we all make sacrifices.
Is that the?
We all make sacrifices.
Is that the way you want to have your loved one die, though?
I'm not putting my loved one out there. I'm just saying.
Oh, jeez, he's okay. You
what
okay?
the fuck, dude?
Give him the Heimlich.
Are you okay, man?
I swallowed some water.
He swallowed something. I
Bad
don't know.
Coke.
No, we have very brave soldiers, and we go to war for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
The problem that we have right now is that we're not winning wars. That's why we have a problem with
so,
war.
Okay, so you're pro-war. My question for you is,
Yes.
so should there basically be everybody has to wind up being in some form of military as to be part of a citizen?
I think we need to reinstate the draft. Absolutely,
like they
Israel
had-
does it.
Like they had in Roman
It
times.
teaches you discipline. It teaches you, I think that a lot of people who have fought in wars, who went to war, they're Christian people. I'm sorry, I'm biased towards that. I think that people who fight in wars, who are in the military, most of the time, they end up coming out better. They're disciplined. They do a good job.
If they come out.
don't cause problems.
And if they don't have any mental issues when they get back home.
That is what our society needs to be.
I don't
they
think
need to
there,
be
there
people
does
who
not need to be a draft. There's no reason for it.
Why not?
Because we have enough people in the military, and if there was another war,
No, we don't.
A lot of it
have-
would be by nuking,
No.
instead of on foot.
See, that's why we lost Vietnam. We lost Vietnam.
That was a
because-
different era. We're
No,
going
no.
back in the past.
Well,
again.
no,
We're
but
talking about 2018.
No. We're still at war today. We have wars. We
Well,
have,
yeah,
we have
that's
tons
obvious.
of wars. But the problem is that we need to get the best, the fittest, the most intelligent, and we don't get it anymore. We don't get the best soldiers. Whenever we went to Vietnam, like in '71, I think, they had some very bad soldiers. There were people who were they were criminals, they were drug addicts, and that's why we lost that war, because they had absolutely nothing as far as people who were buying into fighting.
A lot of wars are not necessary.
Vietnam,
but
we're in
figure
them.
at the time too, they had to get like people. They had to get as many people as they could to go over there and help fight, because so it's like they had to get people from wherever they can get them.
I do agree with you, Aaron.
Which is the problem.
Was Vietnam necessary though, Aaron?
It
What do
was
you think?
necessary because we need to fight the communists.
I probably don't think so.
I don't think so.
My main
I
problem,
think so.
with America going to war, is like if it has to do with us, okay, but when it's somebody else's war, just stay out of it. Unless it has some kind of threat towards us or anything with us, or it's like if it's like an ally that needs us, yeah. But it's like if it has nothing to do with us, we need to get the hell out of there, because there's no point in us being there. We're not world police. We're the American. and
We have been the
stop.
police, and that's why we're doing so well.
Mickey, real quick. What's your thoughts?
Actually, my whole thing about the Vietnam War is actually we didn't do it because of communism. The whole Vietnam War was basically because France wanted to keep Vietnam as one of its territories. After World War II, they didn't have that much money because of the amount of money they actually had to put into the war. So they wanted to keep Vietnam as one of their territories to help out with finances.
Right.
So they wanted to tax them and stuff like that. So that was one of the major reasons that. Because originally France went over there and tried to fight the Vietnamese.
They were
and
communists.
They got their asses beat.
They were communists.
So then what do?
Right.
Oh, America's our good friend. They'll come over and help fight this war for us. So sure enough, here we go. We go over there and get our asses beat too. So
because they were communists.
It's not communist.
Yeah, that's why we went over there, because they're communists.
It has nothing to do with.
No, it really did.
Okay,
have to do with it.
okay. I want to bring up a little fun fact about how much America really does love war. America, guys, right now, if you can hear me, and by the way, we're live every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Central. We're on iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, Pornhub, and Twitter.
By the way, I just want to say it's disgusting that you're putting up "Does America love war?" as if going to war is like such a bad thing. Because it's really not. Because
Well, not for you. You're not going to war.
Because it protects our security, and we have very fine young men and women who go over there and sacrifice their lives.
Sure.
Okay.
No one's
So
disagreeing
we're
with
kind
that,
of making
Blue.
light of the whole thing.
No, we're not.
Okay, so this is the first thing I want to bring up on how much America loves war. America is the #1 country that has recently sold arms like bullets, machine guns, rocket launchers, tanks, missiles, planes, fighter jets,
Lord of War,
etc., to countries like Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Israel, even as these governments have been blamed for human rights abuses to their own citizens with arms that America has sold to them. How fucked up is that?
Comes down to money.
It's all about the Benjamins.
It's money.
It probably is the CIA, honestly. But the reason that we're having this conversation, does America love war, is because we're losing wars. And the reason we're losing wars is because we're not fighting them correctly. We don't have the right people who are fighting the wars.
Who's the right people?
For instance, in World War II, we had college-educated people. We had people from Yale, Harvard. We had people across the spectrum who fought in that war.
We got lucky in World War II.
Then
I agree.
We got lucky.
Vietnam comes along. If you go to college, you don't have to fight. You don't have to fight. So then they get kids, and I'm not saying if you have a college
World War
education,
II, we
you
got
can-
involved because Hitler was trying to take over the entire world.
Right.
Well, actually,
But-
we weren't quote unquote involved until Pearl Harbor.
Well, yeah, but we were eventually going to be involved without that.
I don't think so.
Oh,
But
yeah,
anyway,
again, in World War, you got to pick a side. So, when it's when it's something that big.
Well, yeah, that was a war worth fighting.
Yeah.
You can't
I
let
agree.
one
Of
man.
course. Of
He
course.
ended, and it did. So yeah.
But
seriously.
but we take the wars after World War II and we diminish them. We're like, well, we shouldn't have fought that. We shouldn't have fought that. What kind of world do you think it would be if we didn't fight the communists?
No, what I'm saying
Soviet,
is,
the fucking Soviet Union takes over the whole world. You think that's a good alternative?
Aaron, I
think
would
so.
say this about World War II. I like today, yeah, I think we need to stay out of it. But at the same time, back in World War II, even if Pearl Harbor did not happen, we're not going to sit back and watch 6 million people get murdered.
Oh, no.
So
They do it all the time. They're still doing it now.
Well,
We do
Well,
pick our wars.
If you're
yeah,
Rwanda,
absolutely.
Rwanda,
yeah.
1997.
Hotel Rwanda.
Yeah, I saw the movie and it was
All right, guys.
disturbing.
We are talking
we should have
about
gone to war with them.
We are talking about anyone who's just tuning in live, going
They're
to Radio
black, we
Network
don't like
live every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central. We are talking about how much America loves war. Is it good? Is it bad? Should we just be in everybody's fucking business? There's one more thing
I
I want to
think
bring
so.
up. The two companies, Lockheed Martin and Boeing, have sold $30 billion. That's $30 billion with a B dollars last year alone in arms, tanks, fighter jets, etc. to over 100 different countries.
Yeah, it's good business. So
Big-
what?
big
Is it?
business.
They're making
Big
good money.
business.
Whatever.
Well, it's big business. It's like big pharma.
Big pharma.
Big pharma. Okay, I just think that's pretty interesting. I mean,
We're making
Because
money off of
I-
war. I mean,
Look,
plain
look,
let me
and
ask you
simple.
this,
look,
Blue.
Well, the funny
Let-
thing is
look.
they're doing
Go
both
ahead.
sides
Go
of
ahead.
the war
Ask
too.
it. Ask
Let
it.
me ask you this, Blue. Do you think it should be allowed, and do you think it should be illegal for private companies in the United States to be able to sell to ISIS or sell arms to bad people in the world? Do you think it should be illegal?
Yeah, it's private industry. Whatever. If you want to sell to them, sell to them.
Why?
Really?
Because
Come on,
it's
man.
private industry. I don't believe that the government should get involved in it.
So if an American-made bullet kills an American soldier, you're okay with that?
See, you're trying to
No,
put it in the.
but
you're trying to put it
it's
in
a possibility. It's a very
That's how it
strong
happens.
possibility.
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
completely
Yeah,
against it.
Very strong possibility.
Thanks, Aaron.
No, I
You mean
think,
like War Dogs, the movie War Dogs?
Yeah, man.
I think that was an actual true story.
Let me
by
tell
the
you
way.
something right now. That American would not let that happen. All right, we
Oh,
we
come on.
we need to get tougher on the battlefield. We need better leaders. That's the problem. So we need better leaders.
From the guy that doesn't believe in government, this is what's coming out.
No,
Exactly.
no, no. What,
Government's
leaders?
gonna protect
Leaders?
ourselves.
What does leaders have to do with government? I'm talking about people who are leading, who are showing people what they need to do in order to be successful. That has nothing to do with
There's
government.
still four-star generals doing it.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day,
Terrible generals. Terrible generals. Where's Patton?
so you really think? Okay, so Blue,
Where the fuck he's
just,
at?
a quick synopsis. Do you think America needs to be in as many wars as they have been, and do you think they should be more or less, or do you feel like they need to be involved in every little fucking thing that goes on in the world, no matter
That's such a shitty question that you're trying to like set me up to like say something. The point. No. Look.
I do want you to
Look,
answer. Yes.
No. America needs to be involved in the wars that they need to be involved in. And apparently, we need to be involved in the wars we're in right now because there is so much going on. There's so many different countries who are trying to. What we need to do as a country, it's a geopolitical strategy. We need to have troops in this country, in that country, because we need to stop China, Russia, all these other big countries from basically taking over the world. That's how we've been. That's how it was back when the
What if
Soviet
they're
Union
not-
was in power.
What
What do you want to do? Let them take over? You want to speak Chinese in about 10 years?
Maybe.
I don't think they have the
I'm
capabilities.
sure you'd
of
really
doing
like
it.
that.
That's not going to happen.
It
Yeah, I
might
don't think
happen.
it's gonna
It
happen.
might happen.
Capabilities.
It might happen.
I don't think that's going to happen.
If we weren't fighting these wars, if we didn't have the troops in all these different countries, then
Right.
yes, I'd say in about 10, 20 years, you'd be speaking Chinese.
The
was-
government has these
Do you-
soldiers in all these different countries,
Do you honestly think that if we scaled back, if we didn't fight any of these wars, that those countries would be like, well, that's nice. Why don't we hold hands
Not
and
all
sing
of 'em.
Kumbaya fucking ya?
Well, we
no,
spend so
they
much.
wouldn't do it.
We spend so much on the military. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that if
Because we
anybody,
have to spend money
well,
on
that's
the
fine
military.
and dandy. But what I'm saying is, we don't need to be all over the world.
He's getting
we
rid of
have,
We need to be all over the
We
world.
have so much money wrapped up in military that honestly, if a country steps out of line, we could nuke them and be done with it.
Right.
No,
Well,
it isn't
So,
about
we don't
nuking,
have-
though. Isn't that the moral thing, though?
Wait, you say sorry. Go ahead, Aaron.
That's kind of a little overboard there. I mean, about them, is one thing, but
Yeah, we don't want to nuke them.
That's just getting crazy because that's just going to lead to like just something even worse. So you don't even want to deal with nukes.
I do like that, Aaron. And Aaron, by the way, I mean, just like you, everybody else who is watching the show live, Going Dutch Radio Network, every Saturday night, 8 p.m., please call us at 636-926-6945. 45. Aaron,
69.
how easy was it to call in?
It was easy. Yeah. Just
What did you have to
call
do?
it, ring a few times.
I
and
dialed the phone
You
number.
guys got picked up, so yeah.
Aaron,
The new system's better.
Aaron,
like it.
I-
Good job.
Hey, it's the first time calling, so it's like you guys have it down like Pat probably in a week or two. So
Oh wow.
Aaron,
That was like a knock.
Aaron, I have a question for you. do you think
I like
that
it.
do you think that if we scale back our military, that one of the other countries would try to conquer the rest of the world, like China or Russia?
Yeah. What do you think?
well, I think they probably would. Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't want to scale back. No, you don't want to do that because we're
Yeah, of course you don't.
pretty much like one of the top dogs, if not the top dog in military. So it's like you want to stay there. You don't want anybody else, getting above that. But
Exactly. You want to keep
I
the
do-
foot
I
on the
do
throat.
agree with what you were saying earlier about
Jesus.
getting smart people
You have to.
and I guess trying to get like a strategic thing, being smart about it and not just
Yeah.
kind of going in like half-assed or whatnot. But I mean I get that part too.
The next war is going to be nuclear.
Oh yeah. Well,
Absolutely.
Well, they always said
They said that years ago.
Well,
years ago.
Wait, hold on, real quick. What's the saying goes? The next war is gonna be fought with nuclear war. It's just gonna
We
be
do
all out
proxy
nuclear war.
wars. We do
and
proxy
then the
wars now.
fourth world war would be fought with sticks and stones or whatever.
That's what Einstein
starting
said.
all over.
I think.
But you don't know when that'll be. That could be like thousands of years. So it's like
If this
it could be
world's even
tomorrow,
around
it could
then.
be hundreds of years. It could be decades. Like you never know. But
Which is why we're at war. We're trying to keep things on an even keel.
Are we?
But
once
aren't-
you
aren't-
I mean, seriously, what do you want? China?
By doing this, though, aren't we creating more enemies?
We would have enemies no matter what because these
But,
people
no,
are just as ruthless as we are.
I understand, but don't you think we would have less if we weren't so aggressive?
You have to understand, like Europe, you're thinking of Europe right now. You're thinking, oh, well, these people, I mean, they really know what's going on. They don't fight wars. We protect them. That's why. Europe, Germany,
How much are-
France, all of them, they're protected by us. That's why they can sit
Well, hold on, no.
and say, well,
okay, wait.
war
They-
is
they- they ha-
terrible, and
they
smoke
have-
their cigarettes, read their philosophers,
Oui,
what the
oui.
fuck ever.
Okay.
Yeah,
hold
yeah,
on.
exactly.
No, but I mean, think
Because
about
we're
it.
protecting them.
Are we really?
Well, hopefully, since Trump's in,
They
they'll
have
start
they
paying
have
for
a
their
bigger
own
brother in the
defense.
background, is what you're saying. That's always ready to
Exact.
just
Yes.
boom pounce.
That's what it is. That's why everybody's flipping out right now.
Okay, I mean the British Army is pretty big too. I mean, they,
Yeah, I'm sure they can defend themselves. They didn't defend the Germans in World War II until we started getting in.
So
we helped them.
well, I mean that was back then too. I mean,
Yeah,
you got to
we're-
figure it's like
I have no
everybody's
idea
probably
what their
growing a
military-
lot
I mean,
bigger
maybe they have
now
great military.
compared
I don't know.
to
He's talking.
technology getting bigger.
Sorry.
So, I mean, back then, it's it's still a little ways away. But just think of like everything that's happened between World War II and now, like how much everything has changed and gotten better. So you figure like at least everybody's gotten at least a little bit better somewhat.
No, the Brits have great fighting soldiers. The Brits are, yeah.
Well, we were talking about taxation earlier. So, do you, in your infinite wisdom here, do you think taxation is a great thing for the military complex?
Like I said, if I had it my way, we'd have an anarchy. We wouldn't have taxes. Since in the context of where we're at right now, presently, I
Right.
think we do need to have taxes for the military. But you're talking about a completely different scenario.
oh come on. All right, we're live right now. We're talking about does America love war? We all know that America really loves fucking war.
Yeah, they
But,
love war, whatever that means.
The bottom line is, is it benefiting America? Like, is it the fact that we're making more money?
Honestly,
I
I haven't heard a
Candy.
counter argument the whole night.
Candy, what do you think, Candy?
I think
What's
I
the
think,
counter argument here?
I think wars has everything to do with defending our freedom, but at the same time, a lot of us don't know the details to it. But a lot of it has to do with nothing but money. Period.
Really?
Well, yeah. Why not? I mean, seriously. I mean, why did we go to Iraq when there was no nuclear weapons? I mean, did we really have to go over there back then?
Because we're worried about Iran. Iran is funding terrorists.
Stay over there for years and years and years.
I mean, we lost a lot of lives, and I'm not saying it was for nothing because it wasn't. But was that the right country to go into?
I think so. I think that was a very good war that we're continuing to fight.
They had to take Saddam out of power, but I'm just wondering the way they went about it.
Well, Saddam didn't want to play ball. That's the problem. And we need to have a presence in Iraq, right in the Middle East. I think we need to have bases down there.
Everything
stop Iran.
Everything has to do with money at some point.
I think it has a lot to do, perhaps, with money, but I think more importantly, it has to do with us keeping control.
Really?
We
So
have to keep
Yes.
control.
I would actually agree
wait,
with
you,
that one.
you,
So-
you think that
I'll agree
America?
with you, Blue, on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you. So you guys, as a synopsis, I mean, I don't know about you, Mickey, but you guys think that America should be the end-all, be-all, that they should be in control of literally the world, is what you're trying to say.
Isn't that what everybody wants us to do?
No, I don't think anybody really wants us to do that.
I think they do.
CJ, you have
Europe,
to keep your eyes on a lot of countries.
Europe
so
definitely
they don't
wants us to do
nuke
that.
us.
Like I said, who do you want to control the world then?
So-
if we're not controlling the world,
So what I'm trying to say
Dr.
is,
Evil.
it'll be China or Russia. I'm telling you.
So not Blue. I don't want
Have
to hear.
fun with that. Yeah, you don't want to hear common sense.
But you won't stop talking. You won't let anybody else talk.
Bring it, Blue. Bring it, Blue. Whatever you got to say, bring it up.
Attaboy.
Anyways, Mickey, Candy, what do you guys think on thoughts on, let's say two small countries go to war. It has nothing to do with the United States. I mean, they're such small countries. It literally doesn't make a difference. They're literally fighting each other with swords and shit.
Stay out of it.
So
Should the United States stay out of it and not even get a good look at it from the outside in? Get a good look at it.
As long as they can't attack us, stay out of it.
What do you think, Mickey?
the way
What do you think?
So the way it actually goes, right now there's all sorts of wars going on in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
We can't profit off of it, so we keep out.
See, I think it's all about the money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what
man.
I think it is.
Yeah, I agree.
I would-
100%.
If we can profit off of it, we get involved. If
I
we
would
can't-
agree partially with that, yeah.
Boring.
You can think it's boring. I think it's the truth.
I think it's right.
No, I don't think so. I think
So then why are we not in Africa fighting these wars? Because there's
We
all
are in
sorts
Africa.
Of crazy ass
It's
shit
because
going
of
on.
Toto.
we actually are in Africa right now, fighting wars. It's actually a fact that we're in Africa fighting wars. I'd ask him to look it up, but that might take too much time. But literally, we're
Well, he's in control of that. I'll take a gander here.
Yeah, I didn't even hear. What do you want me to look up? Blue.
we're fighting wars in Africa, and he just said we're not fighting wars in Africa.
Okay, so that's what you want me to type in on YouTube.
Go ahead, yeah, please.
We're fighting wars in Africa, but
On
we're not.
YouTube.
What do you want me to look up?
Troops in Africa.
Troops in Africa.
America's shadow war in
You-
Africa. Politico. There you go.
You believe
US
Politico?
Ding, 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 ding.
I'll
I
pull it
believe
up,
in
hang on.
Politico.
Okay, where does the U.S. troops have and why? Is that what you want to hear? Okay, let's get a good look at it, people. This is gonna be really fucking loud.
Unclear strategy.
I like the music.
Oh, we actually.
The Pentagon has solely been bolstering the U.S. presence in Africa to thwart various extremist organizations.
Yeah, there's terrorists over there.
Those groups include ISIS, Boko Haram, and Al Qaeda.
So we're not supposed to fight terrorists.
So,
Is that
so
what it
my,
is?
my question is
There now, and it's like there's a lot of like shadow wars going over there, like shadow armies over there, unseen, and with U.S. presence in Africa. Like a lot of stuff's popping up on that.
Oh shit! Why does it do that?
Well,
why does it do that?
Aaron, I do see where you're coming from. Where you're kind of, you hear about a shadow war, and you don't, there's not a lot of media that's covering it, and you kind of feel anxious about it. But I truly believe that our government is doing what it has to do to maintain our power.
So you don't think we're dabbling at all into any wars that we should not be just fucking being?
Let me ask you a question: do you want to live here, or do you want to live with terrorists? Because they might cut your head off. Because they're not nice people.
All right, Trump.
So, do you want to fight them, or do you want them to take over a whole country?
do you think this is Blue? Your opinion? Do you think this is a war we can win, or is this just a never-ending war against terrorism?
Well, I mean, isn't our battles never ending? That's the whole subject of what we're talking about. It's never ending.
Well, World
but
War II ended. World War I ended.
There's constant conflict. Constant. Actually, they say World War II ended, but it's really a continuation because originally we were on the same side as Russia. Then Russia suddenly became our adversary. Now we're, there was a Cold War, and I mean, really, the wars don't end. We just try to, give it a narrative.
Oh, come on.
Just like you're trying to do.
You're a cuck.
You're trying to put some sort of narrative, liberal spin on everything. This is what we have to do to keep ourselves safe and to
All
keep our
right.
country
All right.
powerful.
Okay.
We get it.
What will be the next war? Nuclear, computer hacking. What's it going to take? Aaron, what's your thoughts? What's going to be the next war as far as what kind of war is this going to be? If we had a World War III, how's it going to be fought, Aaron? What kind of? What do you think?
couldn't tell you. I mean, like I said, if there's gonna be another big one, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be like all out. Everyone's just gonna throw probably whatever they got out. But
Gang signs. I got you. All right.
Nuclear.
I mean, I hope it doesn't happen. But it's like you.
Well, it's going to be both. It's going to be nuclear, computer hacking, and more.
Yeah.
I
mean,
don't think
computer hacking to use the nukes to fire up against somebody else.
no one,
crash down systems.
No one's gonna fire a nuke. There's no way. I don't think so. I think
there's always a way. Never say never.
Well, true.
Real quick,
there's money to be made.
Real quick, Aaron, do you have any final thoughts? We got to let you go. Is there any final thoughts you got before we let you go? Anything?
No, I think that's about it.
How much do you love Going Dutch Radio Network?
I love it.
The best.
The best.
All right, guys.
The best.
That was Aaron. He did
Thanks,
call us
Aaron.
live. Aaron
Thank
called
you,
us
Aaron.
using our telephone. Call us 636-926-6945. Thank you, Aaron. We greatly appreciate it. Have a good night, man. All right, keep on listening, and we'll talk to you next week, okay?
All right, you guys have a
2
good one.
weeks.
Have a good night, Aaron.
Take care.
Bye.
You're right, 2 weeks.
Actually, Aaron, we won't be on next week. We're
No.
on vacation.
We are on vacation.
Damn it.
We're going to be naked with Mickey in the red face.
We gotta find
Woo! He's got a red face, and it's really red.
What is the last topic?
What is the deal with you guys?
What do you mean?
I think it's an infatuation.
So wait. So what will be the next war? Did we do the rounds with that?
Okay, so go ahead, Kenny.
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
think it's going to be nuclear, computer hacking, and more.
Do you think it's going to be nuclear because of computer hacking?
Not necessarily. I think it's more like we're going to be at odds with the country, and then they're going to fire a nuke on us, and then that's going to start it all.
I think we're just gonna have proxy wars.
He's tired of this.
Proxy
He's-
wars for a very long
needs a
time.
nap.
Which are necessary.
I think a lot of people.
Whoa,
they
whoa,
won't nuke
real
us.
quick, for people that don't know, what are proxy wars?
A proxy war is basically it's a big country, and they fund some organization or some other country to fight against another country. So you're betting on a side in another country. That's what a proxy war is.
So we're taking our tax dollars that we don't want to give and using it to help other countries.
I love how you guys
for-
keep bringing up the.
I'm just
the
asking a
first
question.
topic.
I'm just asking a
I'm just
question.
saying that.
No, I'm just honestly asking.
No,
a
no,
question.
no. Well, because my idea of no taxes is never going to happen. It's never going to happen. It's like it's a fool's paradise.
I don't know about you.
I'm
I get
saying, but
frustrated
now,
about taxes.
in this context, I would support this. I would support all these proxy wars that we're in because I think that they protect us.
America. So is that
America? Yeah. That's
Bottom
right.
line is
That's right.
I got
yeah.
you. Okay.
Whatever.
I mean, it is what it is. All right. There's one more point.
It's
I
so
wanna
easy to
bring
make fun of America.
There's one more point.
We've been protecting everybody for years.
There's one more
Make fun of
point I
them.
want to bring up. Shut the fuck up. Is the weapons exports from the United States rose 23% when Obama took office since the Bush administration.
Yes. More money to be had.
Bum, 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 bum,
My heart's beating.
bum,
So, yeah.
So is that a question or is that just a reading?
What are you saying?
I'm just saying that's
Why
an
is it so
interesting
loud now?
fact. I didn't mean it. I don't know. This shit's getting really fucked.
He likes my
No, you
mic's
turned
off.
stuff
My
off.
mic's
He
off.
likes them
My
really
mic's
low
off.
and he likes them really high.
All right.
One or the other.
Something got fucked up, and literally, I had to turn all you guys up almost all the way to 100% in order for us to be talking at an acceptable level where people can hear us. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
You like turning it
Well,
up.
I mean, this is the acceptable level right now.
Is it? Well, okay. How about now?
Well, no, not now.
That's just our headphones. That doesn't mean it's going to the live feed. Yeah, you guys don't even get what the fuck I have to do.
Whoa.
Okay,
Hate,
whatever.
hate.
Stupid.
All right, guys.
Lots
This is
of
Going
hate
Dutch
at the
Radio
table.
Network. Watch us live every single Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central. Please. Do you guys agree that people need to watch us? I mean,
Yes,
come on.
Absolutely. We talk about a lot of good topics here. I think tonight's episode show
Well, I know I
was
make
very
sense.
good.
I make a lot of sense here.
Yeah, Blue
Very
You're,
good.
you're the best one here.
Blue makes a lot of sense. Mickey's really red. Candy looks like a horse, and I'm probably have
You look like
a butt plug in my ass. I mean,
you
let's
look,
be honest.
You look like Nicholas Holt.
There you go.
I don't know who that is.
Look a picture up of him.
All right, guys. So we talked about so far. Does America love war?
The guy
Or
in
more like why does America love war? We talked about immigration, taxes, and a baptism go wrong. I think a lot of people have seen that so far. Do we have anything else we want to talk about? Do you guys want to take a quick piss break because your pizza's probably here?
No, I'm good.
No, let's do it.
Do we want to do the last topic, or we want to save it for the next show?
No, let's do.
We are at our.
I mean, I don't care. It doesn't really matter to me.
I think we should save it for once.
No, come on.
I feel like we should. Why?
Why not?
Because it's right there, and we wrote it down. So let's just do it.
Well, no, we made a good 2-hour show.
Sabermetrics. I don't know. I mean, if you guys really don't want to do it, then we don't.
No, I think we should save it.
I don't care.
Whatever.
I'm
Okay.
I'm 50-50 on it.
You guys just
You
don't want
gotta-
to. You
Cody,
guys just don't want to talk about sports. Is
Did
the
you
problem.
say 50-50?
I'm 50-50 on it.
Oh, my
Either way.
God. People, if you only knew at Los Fuentes what is 50-50.
I can tell you like sabermetrics with the 50-50 comment.
Let's go eat pizza and save it for next week. We did a good show.
What
Let's
about the
not
people
overdo
watching?
It.
It's only 10 o'clock and they want to go to
Yeah,
bed.
yeah, but we don't want to overdo it.
Fine. You guys
I
can't
think I
say
heard
that I
your
didn't try.
eyeball. I think I actually heard your eye wink. I heard a. I don't know.
I mean, how? I mean, what? 10 more minutes.
Why do you want to talk about it so much? It's like the one time that you actually want to go later, and you and your girl
Because
have to go to.
usually-
You're going to Chicago in like 12
Because
8
usually
hours.
it's like 11 o'clock when we get to that topic.
We're going to
but
look
it's only
over and
10.
see your girlfriend with a red face because she wants you to go.
Not as red as that,
That is true.
That is
but
like
it's going to be red.
10.
Okay, well,
The
if we're
red
going to talk
face.
about it, let's
References.
talk about it then.
All right.
I gotta pee.
Let's just do it. Oh, don't be a
Go
bitch. Giant.
CJ,
We
go
can do
pee.
this. We can do the show without you. Go
Yeah,
pee.
that's fine.
We can
You
start
can
it
just
up.
come back.
I'm going to eat all your fucking pizza. I'm going to rub my dick on it.
All right. Okay, so is Moneyball the real deal? What is it?
Go ahead, guys. Mickey, Blue.
Go.
All right. So sabermetrics. Sabermetrics is basically just looking at player stats and just going off that in terms of the quality of the player.
This is exciting.
Yes. And then there's the old school way, which the naked eye of the scout. Basically, scout would just sit there, watch some player play, listen to how the ball sounds coming off the bat when he hits it, and just use his eye.
So sabermetrics is basically they analyze all the statistics versus an old guy sitting on a bench looking at a
Why does it
guy
have to be
hit the
old?
ball.
It's like the movie with Clint Eastwood, Trouble with the Curve,
Yeah.
where
Did you say the curve?
curve.
All right.
There's a guy in the
He says-
movie who studies nothing but statistics, and Clint Eastwood is more of the naked eye of the scout. He goes there, he scouts them out.
The
while-
human element is it's humans watching other humans, whereas the sabermetrics is a bunch of
Stats.
statistics, numbers, which pretty much runs our world right now.
Yeah, and
that's why everything's fucked up.
I think it's good that people are sitting and watching the baseball player for themselves and seeing what he or she can do.
I think so. But this guy apparently
I
likes
like the
sabermetrics.
sabermetrics. You can't go wrong with numbers. Numbers are right.
Yeah, but why not have both?
Stats are stats. I totally believe in the theory of 50-50, okay? It really, stats don't lie. Stats do not lie. Do you guys agree with that? I mean,
No, they don't.
No,
But you can have a slump.
I
but-
kind of agree
but
that they don't.
There's one thing I brought up on Wednesday when we were working on the last podcast for this show is, let's think about it. Stats don't lie. Think about like those certain college players that look absolutely amazing. They had the best stats ever. You thought they're really good looking, but they were fucking
sexy.
shitty. Oh, drop dead. I mean, you just want to fucking skull fuck them. But at the end of the day, they made it to professional. They're now like, the quarterback, Tim Tebow, right?
Tim Tebow.
And then it's just a fucking train wreck,
yeah.
right? I mean, it's kind of the same concept. I mean, there's always going to be a risk, but sabermetrics, as far as just looking at stats and the metrics of a baseball player, how many outs do they have? How many? How long's your dick?
Who comes up with that? The GM of the team, or I mean,
You tell me. I don't know.
I'm
That's
not really familiar on it.
That's
keep
exactly
stats.
what exactly what Blue wants to talk about.
They keep stats for every game. I mean, college does it. Pros do it.
Is there any professional sports that does not really use sabermetrics? It's more the natural.
Not
no,
today.
No, not anymore.
Not
anymore.
today, no.
Unfortunately, no.
It's not
Which
unfortunate.
which
That's how they
kills
sign.
me.
That's how they hold on. That's how they sign these big deals with these baseball players that really aren't deserving.
Like Stanton in New York.
Dexter Fowler.
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
yeah,
you're-
Dexter,
I mean, you're looking
Jesus.
at their career.
Yeah, but you also have to
Ridiculous.
take into account a person's age. I mean, obviously, there's going to be a decline, and I bet you that is also in sabermetrics. At a certain age,
Yeah.
you start declining.
For
as an
example,
athlete.
though, Dexter Fowler even said in an interview, he's just like, I don't know the exact words, but he did say, I got a good family at home.
Well,
But he has a contract that's worth $18 million. He gets that. No one's going to take him because his contract is too much, and I guarantee you that contract was based off numbers.
Well, the whole point of sabermetrics, or Moneyball as they call it, it started with the Oakland A's. They took a bunch of players that people just didn't, pay attention to, and they put them on a team, and they did well. They never won a World Series.
They won 20 games in a row, and then they lost in the first round, I think.
They made a whole movie about that. Wow, what a great accomplishment. They never won a World Series. Never went to a World Series, right?
The
Did they
Oakland
go
A's
to World
actually
Series?
have won World Series. They won.
Well,
the
I
last
mean,
World Series.
years and years ago.
Yeah,
Before,
89 was
before
the last
Moneyball.
World
Yeah, they beat us.
But this whole Moneyball thing
Yeah.
has been like this little virus that has gone through every single baseball franchise where they kind of, like I say, with everything else we talk about tonight, they eschew common sense.
And the funny thing-
they say, well, we're going to go by these numbers because Billy Bean did it.
Well, the funny thing is, you sit there and you just were talking about Dexter Fowler. If anybody was actually paying attention to the numbers, they would have realized how shitty of a hitter Dexter Fowler actually is.
But they're
He
going by
played
sabermetrics.
in Colorado and hit 270 his entire career in Colorado.
270, really?
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you're in Colorado, you should be hitting a lot better than 270.
Fowler was in Colorado?
I believe he was.
Wow.
Well, now he's just no good, and that's what the Cardinals do. They sign these average players based on statistics, and
I think it's based on Mazalek being a dumbass, but that's neither here
they
nor
sign
there.
they sign them, and then when they start to decline because they weren't worth that much to begin
Yeah.
with, they're stuck with them.
Well, and that's sort of, I don't want to go beyond what we're talking about here, but statistics overall has become how people use judgment. They use their judgment based on numbers, and the numbers are wrong.
No, the numbers are not.
They're
Not all-
wrong.
not all-
No,
not all.
How do you fix
no.
numbers?
Yeah,
People have completely eradicated common
Eradicated.
sense.
You cannot know.
They're
no.
not wrong. They put together contracts of too much money for these
You
players.
just argued that it
Exactly.
was wrong because they signed Dexter Fowler.
Yeah, but they put these statistics together. They sign these players that have all those numbers that are correct, and once these certain players get these contracts, then they don't try.
Well, like I
Well, they
said-
need to have sabermetrics about that then.
Yeah.
Like I said, the problem
Apparently.
with Dexter Fowler had a good year with the Cubs, and the Cubs had a good year as a team.
They won a
the
World Series. Yeah.
So what do we do?
You got gold on you.
That's the problem. We didn't follow sabermetrics with Dexter Fowler and look at bit us in the ass.
Yeah. And now we're
If you follow sabermetrics, you'd see he's a shit player, and we don't need him.
I can't look at Mickey more than like 10 seconds without laughing.
I know. It's blinding.
God.
It's just like, give me some sunglasses.
Mickey, you are more red than...
Number 11.
Okay.
Red.
That's right.
Can I hear it again?
You're really red.
You're really red.
12, 13.
Well, guys,
Keep
I,
going.
You look a raccoon because of the eyes. Because
Sunglasses.
You're
I
wearing
had sunglasses on.
I
Yes,
think we had a lot of good topics tonight.
You're more red than your shirt.
Are we really done? Because I'm just saying that you
Wow.
guys...
Oh, wow. For once, you actually want to...
Yeah, you want to keep talking.
Well, no, because you guys haven't actually came up with
I
a
have to
good
pee.
argument.
I've been having to
against-
pee, and I want to take a fucking 5-minute
Go
break.
take a piss.
Yeah, we got this.
Go take a piss.
I'm going to take a pee-pee.
All right.
He's out.
The show's almost over anyway, but Blue
Yeah.
wants to keep talking.
Well, no, because
What do you want to know?
No one has come up with an argument against the naked eye of a scout.
Because it's just an opinion.
Because I don't
no, it
have.
isn't an opinion.
I would prefer.
You're trying
I would
to
prefer.
come up with some sort of like reason to say that. Well, sabermetrics. Is
I don't
the way
have-
To go.
Well,
I-
sabermetrics
no,
is
I
the way to
never
go
said
because it's
that.
numbers. Sabermetrics is numbers as opposed to somebody's opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody has an opinion.
I never said that I was. I'm not against any of it.
No, but see, this is going beyond that. You're saying computers versus humans, basically. You're talking about a human
I'm
being
saying-
who is looking at another player
Correct.
and trying
In
to come
terms
up
of
with whether or
sports,
not-
yes, I 100% agree that numbers are where it's at because you can't lie against numbers.
But how often has sabermetrics actually panned out to where they've won championships? And the whole and
A
the
lot.
problem.
Well, when you're paying,
the problem that I have is that the whole Moneyball thing, and they made a fucking movie about it with Brad Pitt. By the way, they didn't win a
Great
World
movie.
Series. They
Great
didn't
movie.
win. it is a good movie, but it's full of shit because they make Billy Beane look like a genius, and this guy, with the way that he was going to run their ball club,
He did it
they
with
never,
Boston. He
They
did-
never won a World Series.
But he did, not with that team. But
Never.
he did it with Boston though.
He wasn't with Boston. He was
No,
with
it
the
wasn't
Oakland
him.
A's.
It was
He didn't sign.
No.
No,
he didn't
they
win.
took his ideas though, right?
They did.
Supposedly.
Who's with Chicago right now?
Oh, Theo Epstein.
Theo Epstein.
Theo
actually
Epstein was
took,
the general
Theo
manager,
Epstein
yeah.
took his ideas
Yeah.
And
when he
won
was-
with Boston.
Yeah.
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 But so,
But they were on steroids, by the way, so
That's
that
true.
might have helped a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, you just got done saying Oakland didn't wind up. Well, when you're playing against the fucking Yankees, I'm sorry, Yankees that's considered one of the best teams ever.
But that's the thing is that they say sabermetrics is the way to go.
It's gonna be Yankees and Boston in the first round
You have to
anyway.
have sabermetrics, man. You got to get on this train, or else you're fucking stupid. You know, if you have these old men who are actually, have had a career in baseball and have watched people hit and field and pitch, they don't mean shit. It's all about the sabermetrics, and that's what they're saying now, and that's what I don't agree with.
That is true.
It's bullshit.
All right, guys.
I don't know. I
I'm
disagree.
done. I'm done with
He's
this.
done over here.
Apparently he's done. Apparently, whenever Candy's done, that means we're done.
Well, I got nothing else to say about this topic.
I wish we had one more topic to talk about.
Yeah.
Red face.
I mean, his face is extremely red, people.
Can you guys think of anything to talk about?
Well, I think we should talk about CJ's little vacation for the fans out there, and that we won't be on for 2 weeks.
That's a good idea.
So
That is true.
We should have a 3-hour show when we come back on.
We are going to be on a vacation
Hiatus.
break next Saturday, so we are not going to be on live until what's the date?
Wasn't it the 7th?
Yeah,
30th.
okay.
30th.
So next Saturday we are not going to be live, people. We are not going to
7th.
be. We're not going to be live until the 7th of July. That's right, guys.
Unless we work something out.
That's
I mean,
4th of July.
I was actually thinking about doing a live show on 4th of July because we're having everybody here for the fireworks show up the street. Like we can do a mobile.
They could
show.
do a quick show.
I'd have no issue with that at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you going to be here for 4th of July?
I don't know. I have to talk to my better half.
Did you hear that? Your
That-
better half.
That might
Oh,
happen.
that's sweet.
God, you're going to get your dick sucked tonight. Think about that, Blue.
I don't want my dick sucked. I just want our American military to do its job.
Wow. On that note, guys, this is Going Dutch Radio Network. Watch us live every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Central. Once again, we are not going to be live next Saturday on the 30th because we are on a vacation.
You're on a vacation.
No, we're all on vacation.
Oh, okay. We're all
Cody-
on vacation.
We all are on.
To the
CJ's
audience.
letting us down.
All right, so I'm going to be in Mexico. I'm going to be probably, I don't know if I'm going to be as red as Mickey right now, but I'm going to be close.
I bet you will be.
Your name is Mickey Red.
I bet you will
Red
be.
Hey,
Mickey.
Red Mickey, you're so red. You're so red. You should go to bed. Hey, Mickey.
Aaron?
Hey, Mickey.
So bad.
Aaron,
Just
thanks
end
for
the
calling
show.
in, buddy.
Just
Yeah.
end the show. It's getting bad.
Aaron, please. I appreciate it. Mickey thinks the show's bad, even though he was supposed to be running the show. Anyone has any final thoughts?
My stuff got bumped because we had to put, the priest beating up the baby. So
Yeah, that's true. You
Pootie.
guys kind of fucked that shit up.
Pootie pump.
What?
And,
Pootie.
and quite frankly, we
I don't know
never
what that
talked
means.
about the priests. Like, I mean, what do you guys think about the priests in general? Do you guys like priests?
I
or-
think he's a good
what do you
guy.
think? Yeah? What do you think, Nick?
No, I don't think
What
he's
do
a
I
good guy at
think?
all.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of good priests out there, but at the same time, there's also not a lot of good priests out there. And I don't, you know how I feel about organized religion. I am not a fan of it. So I don't really care.
So he just kind of like, gently hit the kid?
No,
Or what
he smacked
what'd he
the
do?
damn
He
kid.
beat
He
the
smacked the
fucking
kid?
shit out of him.
Yeah.
kid has a black eye now.
Yeah.
And I got to piss.
And Kenny's got a piss.
Fair enough.
All right, guys. So what have we talked about tonight? We talked about sabermetrics, which is the baseball stats versus the naked eye of a scout. We talked about does America love war, immigration,
Taxation.
and we talked about taxes, people. Anyone have any final thoughts for the show? And once again, we are not going to be live next Saturday.
We might have a special on July 4th.
We're on a vacation break. We will be live July 4th. 4th of July, people, because America matters.
Yeah, it does matter.
It does. It does. We're gonna
Unlike
be
you people.
All right, we're going to be live. And when's 4th of July? What's
Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
We are going to be live on Wednesday, 4th of July, people. Anyone, final thoughts before we end the show?
I love you guys.
Well, I
Oh.
think, like I've said before, the people that I'm here with at the table, they don't know what they're talking about.
Oh my
I-
god.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Pot
Well,
'em
that
down.
shirt says different.
Pot him down.
He has to turn my microphone microphone off because he doesn't want to hear the truth.
The truth hurts.
The point is that
So does that red face.
taxation
Ha
needs to be
Haven't
lowered.
heard that one tonight.
Immigration needs to be lowered, and wars need to be increased because we need to keep this world in check before China and Russia get too powerful.
Why wasn't Trump in Vietnam?
Right.
What the hell? What the hell does that do with anything?
I don't know. I was just throwing the question out.
Was Obama or Clinton or Bush?
Well, Obama
none of them
supposedly,
were.
according to everybody, a lot of Republicans, Obama wasn't even American. So
What
he shouldn't be
president has
fighting
ever
other
been in
wars.
war?
I mean, it's been a long ass
Wait,
time.
are you trying to say like System
Was
of Down?
Nixon or
Right? Like, why don't presidents fight the war? Why they
Well,
always
that's because
send the poor?
they're
Why
rich.
don't presidents
Well,
fight the war?
that's how it goes.
Why don't
The
presidents
poor
fight the
always
war?
fight the
Why do they
wars.
always fight the
Well,
war?
that's the problem. Is that's why we lost Vietnam. We need to have more, better soldiers to fight.
That's
it.
right. Bring the rich in and let them fight.
They used to World War II. Yeah, Jimmy Stewart
Okay.
fucking flying a plane.
All right.
All right.
This shit's okay. Can I ask one more thing? We're going to end the show here in just a couple minutes. Does anyone want to do a couple minutes stand up in front of the webcam and tell some jokes?
He's on it.
It's got to be right in front of that webcam. All right, guys. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. Watch us live every Saturday night. We will be doing a special podcast, not this next Saturday, but on July 4th. That's right. It is 4th of July.
It's joke time.
How did the chicken cross the road?
How's that, Candy?
It just did.
Oh, boy.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why is that?
I don't know. All right, I'm done.
All right,
All right,
guys.
and that's when the show's going on too long.
It
Shut
is.
it down.
All right, guys. Any final thoughts? Anything? Yes, no. Done.
Thank you for the call, Aaron.
Thought I had.
Thank
guys,
you.
Thank you, Mickey.
You
Yeah.
guys suck. Bye.
All right. That's it. Mickey says, thank you, Aaron. Yes, Aaron, thank you. We greatly appreciate it. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. Candy is out. He's about to shit his pants and piss his pants. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, please watch us live every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Central. That's right, guys, 8 p.m. Central every single Saturday night. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. Watch us on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, and even iTunes, people. That's right. If you have an Apple device, go on iTunes and look up our podcast, Going Dutch Radio Network. We are Going Dutch Radio Network every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Central. All right, guys, to play us out is one of my favorite songs. I absolutely love it more than anything. We are doing a small hiatus. We are not going to be live next Saturday, but we will be live doing a special show July 4th. Yes, guys, this is Going Dutch Radio Network, and we're out.